Finish the first chapter. This was the first chapter? Oh, right, this was the first chapter. Ripples in the water. How many chapters are there? Oh shit, I don't know. I'm making my way up those familiar steps. There seems to be way more of them than I remember, but it doesn't matter. The certainty that she will be waiting behind that door, the promise of a cloudless sky, the sequence of yesterday's idle conversation, it all compels me forward. I reach for the door handle. Who could it be? Hello? Help me. There's some weird interference, but I immediately recognize the voice. Where are you? I do a 180 and start scrambling down the staircase. Hurry. I'm waiting at the place we promised. The place we promised. It has to be here. The place we spend the most time together, working on that project. I almost slip as I make my way down the steps, which are wet for some reason. Is there a leak in the ceiling? I reach the ground floor and realize the entire place is flooded and the water level is rising. Is there a burst pipe? With the water up to my knees, I splash through the hallways towards the exit of the school. Crap, is the whole city like this? Where's all this water coming from? Why is the slime there and why is it frozen still? The school gates take me directly to the ramps of the cultural center. I don't remember it being this convenient. What isn't convenient is the fact that the library is basically in the basement of this huge building. And by the time I reach it, the water level is past my waist. Where are you? I'm wading through the shelves and the indoor ocean is starting to become tempestuous. Waves are crashing onto me and making advancing nearly impossible. Shit, what if she's drowning? I'm pretty sure she doesn't know how to swim. Though I'm no expert either. But I have to find her now. I reach for my phone, which is miraculously still working, and return the latest incoming call. Come on, pick up. No one answers. The call continues ringing and I recognize a familiar melody echoing not too far away. Swimming with a single arm while holding the phone into my ear is quite a challenge, but I fight on and paddle towards the source of the music. In the faintest, darkest corner of the library, I finally spot her. Oh! Her back is facing me as she stands before a huge ice cocoon. The water gets colder and colder as I approach her. Oh, is this Nina? Nina. She glances at her ringing cell phone, then slowly turns towards me with a pained smile. You're late. I'm sorry, I came as fast as I could. We need to get out of here. Uh-oh. A fissure spreads across the surface of the mysterious ice cocoon, and I'm suddenly very aware of its true nature. It's the frozen queen slime, which I barely managed to trap last time. And she seems pretty close to freeing herself. Nina, however, remains motionless. I'm tired. Tentacles emerge from the ice and encircle her, and even so, she doesn't move. I rush towards her with all my strength, getting scratched and cut by ice crystals forming all around the queen. As soon as she is within my reach, I wrap my arms around her and attempt to pull her away from the cocoon. Ouch. Shit, the tug of war with the queen of slime tentacles is obviously hurting her, and the clammy limbs are now wrapping around me as well. I glance around trying to find a way out of this mess and silhouette catches my eye. That's Cat! Luna? This would be a good moment to transform into a magical boy again and save the day. Luna, I need one of those cars of yours. Andre? Come to think of it, this is a little insane. There's no way Nina would just roll with it or wrap her head around that magical boy's getup. She'd find it ridiculous. More than that, I'm sure she'd be disgusted. I'm supposed to be her knight in shining armor. No matter what, at the very least, I have to protect the image she has of me. Huh? Who were you talking to? No one. There's no one else, just you. Nina is slowly being dragged into the cocoon as Queen Slime frees herself, as if they were switching places. As I hold her, I'm also pulled in. Finally, her arms wrap around me gently as well. She seems conformed, or perhaps even willing to stay trapped here. Yes, she seems at peace. I stop resisting and let myself be taken in. If this is what she needs, then so be it. A voice in the back of my mind tells me that letting the queen slime run free will be dangerous, but the priority is staying with Nina. The water level keeps rising, and we are completely submerged. I close my eyes and accept my fate, hugging Nina tightly. This is the right choice. Something feels off. When I open my eyes, she's nowhere to be seen, as if she'd melted away like the ice. I'm alone. It's dark. I can't breathe. I wake up tangled in my sheets, drenched in a cold sweat. A chilly breeze flows in through the window. I forgot to close, and I shiver. The obvious thing to do is get up, close the window, take a shower, and face the day, but instead I lie in bed in a daze. As the minutes pass, it seems harder and harder to move. Come on, Wén. Get up. But my body feels heavy and refuses to obey. My heart skips a beat at the message alert, but that finally brings me out of my stupor. At least enough to look at the screen. Morning! Thanks for coming to the show, Wén. Hope you're still alive for today's session. I guess I still am. Weird. So I guess his relationship with Nina was not good? And Nina was girlfriend then, not friend. Not sister or friend. Before I can barely recover from last night's concert and the disturbing dream that followed it, it's already Saturday afternoon, which means it's time for our next RPG session. The fact that I get to talk and see Etsuko and my friends 2 days in a row somehow managed to draw from a reserve of energy I didn't even know I had. I'm here. Let's get the show on the road. Thump. Thump. Feeling my foot hit something, I hesitantly look downwards. What are you doing there, Barbara? She's just laying there, on the floor, maybe unconscious? Hey, Barbara, are you okay? I crouch and start shaking her. Hey. Her eyes are closed, lights completely out. Barbara. Wait, it's fine. She's just sleeping. Huh? I check my surroundings for the source of the voice, but I'm too desperate to find it. Instead, I turn back to Barbara only to hear, just 5 more minutes. This little... Hey, you are here. Etsuko? Where did she come from? Was she already here? She stayed late prepping for the session after the show. Give her just a few minutes. I'm making some coffee? Whoa, didn't you just stand up with me beside... Oh, she's going. Hey, listen to me. She just darts to the kitchen. I knew that would wake her up. God damn it, Barbara. That scared the hell out of me. Yeah, I heard it too. You sounded pretty desperate. Oh, come on. I found her knocked out on the floor. What else was I supposed to assume? No, I'm not making fun of you. It's actually reminding me of how serious and caring you are, you know? Me? Damn, how can my heart not skip a couple of beats when she says that with such a sweet smile? I mean, you arrived here quite early, didn't you? Evasive maneuvers, engage. Actually, we spent the night here. Oh, I see. Wait, we? What is all this ruckus? Ah, that's the we part. The what now? Oh, it's Sir Wén. You're finally here. What do you mean finally? I arrived right on time. It's you guys who had an unfair advantage. Relax, Wén. You didn't miss anything fun. You crashed immediately after arriving while Barbara went on to prepare the session. Right? Gods, I love performing, but after the show, all I want to do is crawl back into the darkness. Oh, makes sense. What are you waiting for? Barbara comes back shouting with a mug of coffee in her hand. Let's get the show on the road. I said it first, you know. Also, you were the one sleeping until 5 minutes ago. Yeah, that's the way to go, Wén. Good to see you are in high spirits. Why do I feel like I'm already spending all my energy before the session even begun? Alright, let's begin by reviewing what happened last time. You got into a bar fight when you met Commander Zexus. She is cool and badass, and she gave you a job. Locate Arbold Kingdom's informant who infiltrated the Burmos Empire and retrieve the intel they uncovered. We begin our session today with the 3 of you setting out from Arbold capital. We spend the first chunk of the session preparing our gear for the journey. Sigurd gets quickly overwhelmed by the several spells and items he can choose to take with him, but we chime in to help smooth things out. Not long after, Barbara starts narrating our travel to the Burmos Empire. The nation is suspiciously interested in the land of her kingdom's old ally, House Clant. You set out towards east, hiking past the rolling farmlands that surround the capital. This is one of my favorite parts. Barbara's really good at setting the tone, and her descriptions of the landscapes and people are the meat of it. Though we don't know much while she describes what our characters see, hear, and smell, it helps us understand what they feel and think. Since we were still close to the capital, the first day of the trip was mostly uneventful, save for the waning signs of civilization. After crossing a large bridge, we were finally in open wilderness. A distant dark strip in the southeastern horizon reveals the Theremin Woods. Aha! That is where I shall sate my cravings for adventure. For the Arbut Kingdom. I'm pretty sure it'll be night when we arrived, and I'd rather not trek through an untamed forest in the dark. Attaboy, Wén. Keep that grumpiness coming. But yeah, this is the Theremin Woods you saw on Commander Rex's map. It's the most direct road to the Burmos Empire, making up a natural border for it. The Arbol Kingdom to the west and the House Clan to the south. It should take 1 or 2 days to cross it if you don't wander too much. Which is why we shouldn't be too hasty. Aww. Indeed, when we are close enough to peer into the woods, there is not enough light to see anything in there anymore. Barbara uses the opportunity to explain how resting works and why it's important in RPGs like Castles and Champions. Managing your resources is what makes options on the game table. Managing your resources is what keeps options on the table, and you really don't want to be cornered when Barbara is behind the game master screen. Ooh. Wow, this is detailed. We broke camp at first night and finally ventured into the forest. The Burmos Empire is right beyond these woods. My objective, vengeance against the one who set me up, is close at hand. As soon as we finish the business Commander Rex sent us here to do, I'll ask around for that person. But let's cross that bridge when we get there. Right now, the important thing is to come out of the forest in one piece. Now we're talking. This is what an adventure should be like. Dear Sigurd, please do walk behind me so I can take the brunt of the risk in case anything happens. Oh, I appreciate that. My tunes can bewilder anything that breathes. Alas, they still cannot protect me from a cold blade or a sharp fang. It's just a shame none of us is particularly good at navigating a trackless forest, but at the least this way we are prepared for whatever comes our way. Okay, you don't have a ranger? After walking for the first half of the day, you come to a halt. To the south, a large flock of birds takes flight suddenly, clearly distressed. That can't be good. Finally, the time has come to weave my tale. Do we hear anything coming from the direction the birds flew from, besides the birds themselves? Not at first. As you move tighter together in anticipation of any danger, you hear a subtle, low noise raising from the south, followed by a slight and slowly increasing tremor on the ground. That sounds like a worrying big creature. A dragon. I knew it. I sure hope not. Barbara wouldn't, would she? Hey, stay in character. I'll take this as a meaning you spend those first few moments trying to make out what the sound comes from. The sound of dice hitting the table then rolling for several inches fills the room, like the grinding of the wheels of fate. Wén Xiàn, used to looking out for danger, manages to discern the nature of the low vibrating noise. It's a stampede. Of what? You have no idea. Alright, trying to outrun that is definitely not going to work. Instead, quick, we have to put something between us and whatever is rushing here from the south. Over there. Let's duck behind that fallen tree. Right away. As soon as you curl up and press on yourselves against the forest ground and the dead, fallen trunk, the noise takes a clearer shape. It turns into a rumble, then into a chaotic drum, then into a raging storm. The sound of crushed wood, crumpled leaves, and creaking trees add to the soundscape on the other side of your cover. You almost feel like your vision is shaking from the sheer force of the stomping. Until suddenly, the storm is upon you. Bracing yourselves as much as possible, you alternate between closing your eyes to accept your doom and squinting just enough to glimpse at your final moments. One of the creatures leading the stampede leaps over you, and time freezes as it makes its first impression on your eyes. It's a capybara? It's a bark-shaded, four-legged, with very short fur and the size of a large dog, but with much shorter legs and a chunkier build. Though you can't make out its face, you can feel its weight as its robust body lands just to dash forward immediately after. In an instant, what was a single leaping creature becomes several, dozens, hundreds of chunky beasts passing like comets over your head. At this point, you're completely deafened by the strongest stampede, barely managing to keep your eyes steadily open. Little by little, as uncountable specimens run by in front of you, You make out more details of their anatomy. They have very round bodies with short fur and large but short snout decorated with small pitch black eyes on top of it. What draws your attention the most are the moss-like patches and spikes coming out from several places in their torso. So they're like capybaras, but with moss and spikes? Particularly large and angry capybaras, but yes, something like that. You are stuck cowering behind the trunk for several minutes until the stampede slows down. Soon enough, the bulk of the creature is long gone and only a few stragglers keep hopping over you until the rumbling becomes a distant sound to the north. Finally. What was that? They came from the south. That's where the house plant is. Maybe something happened? Whatever it is, I don't want to find out. Let's get the heck out of here before... Wait, what is that? Thanks to the stampede, some trees were toppled over and you can now see further away in the direction they came from and rushed to. Half a mile north, you can make out the silhouette of a stone structure hiding behind the logs and leaves of the forest. The building seems to rise above the canopy and its shape suggests a temple of some kind. I'm not sure if I'm shaking because my body still thinks we're in the middle of the stampede, or if that's anticipation for exploring whatever that is. Now hold your horses. That is definitely not part of our job and quite out of the way. Wén Xiàn's got a point. It might be risky, and getting out in one piece will probably cost us spells and items. That said, I can't help being curious about what's in there. Come on, Wén Xiàn, it's right over there. It shouldn't take us long. Nothing bad is going to happen. Famous last words. Even though I chose the role of cynical strategist for this campaign, I have to admit the temple has piqued my curiosity. On the other hand, Barbara loves dangling shiny bait in front of us only to corner us later on. I look for clues in her expression, but it's futile. Her poker face is unreadable. In that case, the question here is whether I'm ready or not to push forward into whatever unpredictable side plots Barbara has in store for us. Should we investigate the suspicious temple in the forest? Oh no! I don't have the resources. Nah, carry on with journey. Nah, Barbara's clearly trying to lure us. I don't bite it. Aw. We can check it out on our way back, don't worry. Deciding to save our reserves for the meat of the adventure, we carry on through the determined woods. I do wonder though. Barbara wouldn't just throw that stampede at us for no reason. Those plant capybaras will definitely come up again at some point. I better keep what happened here in mind. Maybe the Burma's empire is behind us? Guess we'll find out next time. Ooh. I look up from my character sheet, suddenly brought back to reality by the strange noise. That growl sounds like a dangerous creature. Better roll perception. A die hits me right on the forehead. Ouch. Perceive that. The game master getting hungry. We better wrap this up before she takes it out on the party. Time really flew by, huh? Onionitos aren't enough to get us through the journey. She passed the bag, making sure it's empty. Especially with Wén around, he just inhales the whole bag in 5 seconds. That really was quite a feat. Sorry, I'll bring more snacks next time. Shall we order pizza for now? We've been cooped up here all day. Maybe we should just go out for a change of pace. I'm in. Where are we going then? He stretches his limbs, unaccustomed to sitting for so long. How about some burgers? The other day I went to a place nearby that's pretty good. Alright, let's go. Barbara gets up, unbothered by the dice and papers and pencils scattered on the table, and skips towards the door. I at least gather up the character sheets and pick up the die that was thrown at me before following suit. However, I'm intercepted by Luna, who carelessly rubs against my calves before sprinting away. I guess she likes me a little better now. Are you going to turn me into a magical boy? I whisper pensively, but Barbara rushes me further. Come on, man. Etsuko is holding the elevator door for me, and I step inside. Huh, I'm getting some deja vu. I shudder slightly at the karaoke sound coming from inside the bar, but a familiar, not unpleasant feeling washes over me as well. There's a free table over there, let's go. The bar is pretty full, so Sigurd runs to claim seats for our group. Barbara takes a chair beside him, and Etsuko and I sit side by side across them. Quick, quick, I need food. Barbara's eyes run over the menu at top speed for a couple of seconds before waving it up in the air, trying to get the waiter's attention. Hey buddy, here please. Let me have a look too. For starters, maybe we can all share something. How about some polenta? Polenta? I was thinking of fries, but that's fine too. There's that deja vu again. Oh well, I do like fried polenta. I vote for polenta. Sounds good, but I want a sandwich too, so let me see that menu. Just get a regular cheeseburger. And I want to see the drinks. Beer. Jeez. Etsuko chuckles at the dispute and turns to me. Barbara really loses it when she's hungry, huh? Yeah, and as we've seen time and time again. I take a moment to rub the spot on my forehead that was mercilessly hit by the projectile die. She can be scary, so let's be careful in our next session too. I thought that angry barkeep from the other session was Barbara trying to give each NPC a backstory and all, but I guess it was the lack of snack stocking. By the way, do you have any idea what the twist she came up with is? Not yet, but I think once we get to Bormos, we'll... You guys, have you decided? Barbara looks exasperated as a waiter stands sheepishly beside her, jotting down orders. We order some burgers, fried polenta, and beers. Once the order's been placed, Barbara seems to calm down. Oh yeah, we didn't get to talk about this before, but the concert was really awesome. Ah, thanks. I'm glad you guys came. Thank goodness we pulled it off. You know what? Next time you should sell some merch, like a Zero Absolute t-shirt. A brilliant idea, Etsuko. Let's do it. The fans are asking for it. Are they? Well, sure. If you come up with a cool design, we can make a few. I buy one too. Sign me up. Okay, so that's Barbara, Metal Oba, and Wén. 3 shirts for the whole fan club. Come on, don't say it like that. Everyone at the fish shop loved it. You were amazing. Yeah, next time I'll definitely dive into the arms of our supporters. I sure hope the poor Grabham won't be at risk of getting squashed. I'll be there to make sure though. Before I can voice my concerns, the familiar smell of fried goodness fills my nostrils. Here you go. He places a tray of fried polenta on the table and pops open a bottle of beer. The burgers soon follow, and we are all immediately stuffing our faces. After a few bites, Barbara starts filling everyone's cups with cold beer. A toast to Zero Absoluto, and to the beginning of the hero's journey. Yeah. Cheers. We all raise our glasses and clink them together. I take a sip and remind myself not to overdo it this time. Etsuko happily chugs her own drink and then playfully slams her glass on the table. Another. Barbara refills Etsuko's glass with an uncharacteristically courteous gesture. There you go. Also, Etsuko. Yeah? I'm so glad I finally got to meet Bass. She's so cool. She's sort of crazy that you guys hadn't run into each other yet, huh? Right, I was so pissed I missed that birthday party last month. We could have hit it off back then, but no. Random last minute freelance things just had to pop up. Barbara sighs deeply. Guess the timing was finally right. Lady Luck smiled upon you and granted you another chance. Well put, Sig. Barbara pauses and her gaze catches my eye. You better carpe diem too, Romeo. Don't let a second chance slip through your fingers. Barbara points a stick of polenta towards me and I nearly choke on my burger. What kind of segue is this? I start coughing uncontrollably. Wén, are you okay? Do you need some water? Etsuko gently pats my back. I keep flinching out of control trying to breathe. Gosh, this feels awful and it's embarrassing. Sir Wén, don't die. Quick, Etsuko, perform an abdominal thrust. What? What? Huh? Oh, got it. Oh no. I'm not sure if she's joking or taking him seriously, but Etsuko gets up, wraps her arms around my midriff, and pulls me to my feet. Here he goes. Etsuko's hands are linked together at my abdomen, and she suddenly thrusts them sharply against my diaphragm, applying more pressure than I expected. Shit, she really is strong. Just a bit more. Huff. I'm once again squeezed, and whatever godforsaken piece of polenta that was lodged in my throat flies somewhere unseen. I'm fine. I can breathe now. Oh, good. She releases her iron grip and I sink back into my chair. My head is still spinning a bit due to the near-death experience. I take a few deep breaths and turn towards my savior. Thanks for that. You're strong. Anytime. It's all thanks to taiko practice. She jokingly pats her bicep. Ah. She seems to have realized something and leans down to rummage through her bag. I have some water. It's probably better than beer for now, if your throat hurts. Thanks again. I gladly accept the thermos from her and take a sip. It's cooler than I expected, despite being just regular water. At this point, it feels like a healing elixir. I drink a few more sips. A battle for life right in front of my eyes. Etsuko, you saved him. Oh my god. Barbara nods, but but sneers a bit at me. Oh my, I guess you have grown, Wén. The old you would have probably gotten all shy, saying that drinking from someone's bottle is an indirect kiss. I nearly spit out the water in my mouth and feel another cough fit coming. What did I do to deserve this? Come on, Barb, go easy on him. If you're nice, I'll give you Bass's number. Really? Okay, deal. I can be nice. No, you can't. She immediately sits right up on her chair and politely offers to refill everyone's cup. What about you, Sig, my pal? What info can you give me? Spill the tea. Let's see. You probably already know this, but Bass also studied literature with us. And she's been playing, well, bass since she was a kid. The last time she was dating someone was, Barbara sure can be assertive when she sets her eye on something or someone. Openly asking questions like this and making no secret of her interests? Going about it like that is beyond me. Guess you've never been one to mince words, for better or worse. As the subject shifts to Sigmund's own love life, I grow more and more apprehensive that the questions would soon be directed towards our side of the table. On one hand, it is a good opportunity to hear about Etsuko. Wait, is it? Okay, come to think of it, the topic makes me anxious. Crap, what if she's seeing someone? I didn't catch any signs of that, but then again, I have been told I'm rather dense when it comes to this kind of thing. The thought alone has my heart beating faster. Whether she's single or not, perhaps we don't open that box for now. The same goes for my desire to talk about myself. Do I really want to get into the last, very unromantic years of my life? Regardless of my inner crisis, Etsuko seems to be at ease chiming in with comments about Sigmund's dating patterns, so I try keeping the focus on him as well. So yeah, I'm not really doing relationships right now, just meeting people and having a good time. Ah, I see. Do they ever get jealous? Some do, I guess, but I'm pretty upfront about it. My love belongs to everyone, after all. Oh my god, what a bard thing to do. What are you gonna do if a yandere falls for you? Jeez, Barbara, bringing up otaku terminology to the table at this point isn't really helpful. Andre? Who's Andre? Technically, that's my name, but it's yandere, Sig. Never mind, I forgot you're a normie. Me? A normie? He seems deeply offended by the accusation. I'll be right back. Toilet. She stands up and disappears into the bar. I watch her go, and when I turn back to the table, I realize all eyes are on me. What is it? Wén, what are you gonna do about Etsuko? Huh? You two suit each other rather well. You should ask her out. Or someone else might beat you to it. Oh? Sig, what's the goss? You'll see on Bass's birthday party. Oh, wait. This is exactly the sort of info I'm not ready to handle. Whoa, look at this empty bottle. Should we order more? Excuse me, waiter. I desperately tried to deflect from the subject at hand. Regardless of that, are you gonna make a move, Wén? Jeez, there's no running away from these two. Well, I don't know. It's not like... Barbara and Sigurd are leaning over the table with inquisitive eyes. I was not prepared for a direct confrontation. Taken by surprise, I have nowhere to hide. Suddenly feeling very hot, I take a long sip of beer and muster the courage to say something. I do admire her, and I think she's really cool. I'm glad we managed to meet again. But we were friends for a long time, and when we didn't speak for years, I don't think she sees me that way at all. Barbara lets out a long sigh. Wén. What? Did I say something weird? You should have more confidence, Sir Wén. You're quite cute after all. Hey, yo! Cute? What? I desperately look away in embarrassment. It's definitely unusual for me to be referred to as cute. He's really clueless. Barbara slips into Etsuko's seat beside me and begins poking my side. I feel ticklish and I start squirming, trying to get away. See? Adorable. Come on, show us your face. Cut it out. Easy now, Lady B. He's gonna short circuit. Fine. She finally backs away. I return to a normal sitting position and hope the redness on my face fades away. Who would have thought Sigurd would be the one to put the brakes on her? Barbara is still staring at me intently though, with her hands on her chin, as if she's deep in thought. Hey, Wén. What? Have you ever considered dating guys? Maybe. I've been cornered so much tonight, the question barely phases me. Maybe? I guess, if I found myself having feelings for one, I'd give it a try. Would you? Nah, I'm only into 2D guys. But wait, this is news to me. Do you have someone in mind? It's not like there's anyone in particular. I'm speaking hypothetically. Besides, In that moment, Etsuko returns from her bathroom trip. The line was so long. What did I miss? Not much, really. She keeps standing next to the table and looks at me questioningly. Barbara suddenly stands up. Oh, oops. Sorry, Etsuko. I stole your seat for a sec. Barbara quickly sits next to Sigurd. It's okay, but don't leave me out of the loop. What's up? Etsuko takes her seat next to me. We were just telling Wén he's cute. Then he turned into a mess. Aw, too bad I missed that. Not to worry, Etsuko. I will... Surely I will turn into a mess many more times in front of you. But for now, I'm just happy to have her by my side again. Sunday is a usual blur of emptiness that it tends to be, followed by a rushed Monday morning of meetings and debugging. Things only seem to settle down around lunchtime, during which I absentmindedly munch on my plain sandwich. Mind if I join you? Kawa waltzes in, marmita in hand. Go ahead, I figured you'd eaten already. He smiles and places his Tupperware in the microwave, followed by a few beeps. We got pretty fired up at the art department. I kinda lost track of time. You guys are working on the animations for the special moves, right? Yep. I wanna go all out with the healing spell animation. So we got all excited talking about how the wind should blow, how the clothing and hair should move, what kind of pose the character should strike. I was thinking something like, he closes his eyes and stretches his right arm forward with 2 fingers pointing up, then twirls his fork on his left hand and makes a circular movement, bringing it next to his right hand. His food is ready. Kawa breaks his pose sheepishly. Ah, it's just an idea though. Looking slightly flushed, he takes his lunch out of the microwave and sits down. That looks pretty solid. I can imagine the magic circles appearing at your feet. By the way, do you always try acting out the movements you're gonna animate like that? Yeah, I mean, the best way to understand movement is to try it yourself. Recording and using that as a reference really helps. This is true. In hindsight, this makes me feel a little better about drunkenly acting out those warriors with the horoscope moves back then. Then I end up with a lot of weird footage on my phone that makes 0 sense out of context. I chuckle, imagining Kawa dramatically posing by himself. Huh, I'd like to see that. No way! I'd rather show you spells that actually work. I found a server for us to play Twilights of the Gods. Oh, that was fast. I'll send you the link. When do you want to play? His eyes sparkle as he shoves some broccoli into his mouth, typing away on his phone. Well, I'm free most nights, except on Saturdays. Wednesday then? Wednesday sounds good. Awesome, I'll check with the rest of the team. As Kawa types excitedly, I check my own messages. There's the one he just sent. Oh, okay. Huh. And there's also something from the RPG group. Hey guys. I have good news and bad news. Bad first, pull the band-aid. Just the good stuff, please. Is everything okay? Yeah, don't worry. The thing is, I'm gonna have to skip the RPG session this Saturday. What? You're canceling so soon? Our Taiko group is gonna have a presentation at the festival. It'd be great if you guys could come. Oh, Taiko, huh? The fact that she's still practicing it brings me a sense of comfort. Like, not that much has changed since back then. That takes me back. Taiko, what's that? They're percussion instruments. Japanese drums, basically. The group I'm part of does Okinawan style, so there's also sort of dance involved. So it's different from the drums you played at the talent show. Pay attention, they're Okinawan. You just asked what Taiko was. It's a pretty different vibe, but she seems to be deep in thought for a moment. I like it just as much. So, do you guys want to come see? Sure, it sounds awesome. Yay, what about you, Wén? Can you make it next weekend? Let's see. I'm definitely curious about the traditional drumming and dancing performance, but I'd like to go. I'm gonna check with Nina though. We usually hang out on weekends. Haha, whipped. Invite her too. The more the merrier. Yeah, I'll ask her. Cool. I never did though. Oh? I knew Nina wouldn't be interested. Being even worse than me at dealing with crowds, she might get annoyed at the change of plans. I'd get all anxious. It would just be a lot of trouble. Ah. I was so sure of it, I didn't even bother bringing it up. The following week, when I ran into Etsuko and Barbara at school, I was slightly chastised by Barbara for bailing, and that was that. These memories flash through my mind, and I feel the need to reply immediately to the invitation. There's no reason to hesitate this time around. What time? I'll be there. That's an honorable reason to cancel. Count me in, Etsu. It's been a while since I've seen you hitting the Taiko. Me too. Cool, I'll send you guys the details in a bit. Cool. Something good happen? Gawa grins, setting down his cutlery. I realize I have been smiling as well. I guess so. I put my phone down and bite the rest of my sandwich. Ooh. I barely have time to check my phone after lunchtime. Even so, I see the light go out my screen as soon as I sit down to read my messages on the way home. Damn planned obsolescence? I really need to buy a new battery. My own energy is running low, so as soon as I get home, I prioritize eating and showering. Only when I am ready to collapse in bed, I have a chance to look at my phone. Oh. 2 new messages. One from Etsuko and one from Kawa. Should I read some messages? Sure. You know what? Reading one text won't mess up my sleep. Hey Wén, I wanted to hear your take on this idea I had for the builds in Twilight of the Gods. Oops, sorry for the late reply. What do you have in mind? I'm going for an acolyte. So if memory serves me right, it'd be a good idea to split the points between vitality and intelligence. Yep, gotta be resilient and smart. Important qualities in gaming and in life. But I remember seeing people who did pretty well with unconventional builds, like the shredded merchant who dealt damage by throwing money. Yeah, something like that. It's kind of boring to just follow the classic guides, right? Twilight of the Gods has infinite possibilities, so I was thinking of doing something kind of out there for a change. Like what? Like, I don't know, an exorcist priest. Oh, I like that. Have you been watching horror movies? Guilty. But it's not a bad idea. You can exorcise the living dead and heal us at the same time. Yeah, I won't leave you guys hanging. I know you won't. I chuckled at the thought of Kawa in that sinister role. But he's right. Thinking outside the box is way more fun than just following the standard, supposedly easier road. I got points in this one! Nice! I still have no points in the diamond one. That gives me a few ideas for my own build, and it just might be a good way to tackle the other problems that have gotten me staring at the code for hours. I might get experimental with my mage too. You wanna try being a bodybuilder sorcerer? That I can guarantee. I wanna be a bodybuilding sorcerer. Follow your heart. Alright, good talking to you, man. See you tomorrow. See ya, good night. I'm a bit more awake than I was a few minutes ago, but I think I might be able to fall asleep fairly quickly after such a long Monday. Should I read check the text. I'm not that tired. I can spare a moment to read a text message from Etsuko. Oh, cute. How'd you end up in Termin Forest? If the monsters there were as chill as these guys, our mission would be easy. Agreed, those capybaras aren't letting any birds catch a ride on their backs. No, I'm not a I'm not a fighter in my D&D campaign. But Muscle Mage does remind me of Muscle, the anime. Have you watched it? It's good. Seems like you got pretty close. I tried, but as soon as I took a picture, they ran away. They don't want to be friends with me. Well, their loss. You sure do like capybaras, huh? I do. By the way, do you remember the Festa Junina back in our sophomore year? I do. What was that? That was quite an eventful day. I still have that capybara plushie you won. Ah, a shot straight through my heart. Whoa, really? Yep, I can't say it's pristine, but well, I guess it's still better than the capybaras at Pinheiro River. I'm honored. I'm gonna send this flyer to the group chat, but the Taiko show is gonna be on Saturday at 2 p.m. Noted. I'll see you sleep then. I'll let you sleep then, sorry. Good night. See you, I can't wait for the Taiko show. Thanks. I dropped the phone on my chest and stared at the ceiling for a few moments. Nice. A short while ago, I couldn't even imagine we'd be back to talking in like the good old days. I catch myself smiling softly. Alright, it's pretty late now, so I better go to sleep. I got to work to find colorful little pennants hanging all over the studio. They have me baffled at first, but my perplexity is soon gone as I realize it's already June. So it's that time of the year. I pass by the coffee table and notice it's chock full of oh my god. Crumbly sweet meat out of ground peanuts, sugar, and salt. That sounds good. And Pede moleke? What? Traditional sweet made out of roasted peanuts and brown sugar served as a small chunky block. Also sounds good. Not really my favorites, but I'll have them if they're lying around just like that. The moment I decide to turn back to go grab some, I am greeted by a cheerful Kawa. Good morning. What's up? You look happy. It's just like the Fiesta Junina vibes. I love this time of the year. He does sound bubblier than usual. Really? I guess it's neutral for me. And now he suddenly looks a little disappointed. But is it a lawful, true, or chaotic neutral? Huh? That's okay. I hope I get to go to the kermesse this year. Oh, like a circus. I can't wait to eat pamoja. Traditional sweet made out of grated corn mixed with milk and butter. And either sugar or salt, creating a paste that is wrapped in corn leaves. Okay. A type of rectangular deep fried pie with all sorts of filling. Popcorn and some ketayo? Hot drink made of sugarcane spirit. Okay. Mixed with spices such as cinnamon, ginger, cloves, and fruits such as apples, orange peels, and lemon. I wanna go. It's not like you can't have those throughout the year. Some mulled wine and also some cornmeal cake, some kanji. Kyle goes on with a list of foods, unfazed by my remark. Are you guys talking about Festa Junina foods? I love Festa Junina. Anna has joined in the conversation, and they both go to revel in the joys of Saint Antoni's celebrations while I stand beside them with a poker face. At school, Festas Juninas used to be so fun. I loved playing games and dancing. Really, I kind of dislike the compulsory aspect of it. Yeah, I love dancing. He's the only one who doesn't like the dancing. Kawa does sound very fond of the quadrilla. I started getting the impression that I've already had a conversation like this before. I think I'm gonna get this weird feeling of deja vu. Oh, did you remember something related to that? Yeah, in my second year of high school, it went kinda like this. Oh, wow. I love me some Festa Junina. Man is surrounded by extroverts. I can see colorful pendants hang all over the place. The smell of boiled corn on the cob, pastel, barbecue, and mulled wine waft through the air. Food and game stalls are set up throughout the whole school. Not to mention the hellish cacophony of people talking at the same time. Come on, let's play some games. I let out a resigned sigh. At least Etsuko is pretty hyped. What do you want to play? There's so many fun options. There's fishing, target shooting, the hoops. What's your pick, Wén? Before I can answer that, I don't really care. I'm interrupted by a sudden onslaught of crackling and snapping noises. Take that, my multi-firecracker attack. Oh my god, she's fighting demons over there. I turn my gaze towards Barbara, not impressed in the least. How old are you? 10? And you? 80? My fucking god. She's always been this way. Why you should be thanking me. I'm only here to boost your chances of winning that damn video game. That's right, bow before me, servants. If I win, I will let you play. I clench my fist at her audacity. Everyone who bought a ticket to our school Festa Junina also got a raffle ticket for a chance to win a Fun Station 3, the latest console. I'm only here in this crowded place because Barbara pestered me so much to come, also that she could have 3 tickets to wager in the lottery. Hers, mine, and Etsuko's. While Barbara and I bicker, Etsuko seems deeply absorbed in her plans to enjoy the party to the fullest. First, I think I'm gonna go get some popcorn, a barbecue skewer, and cheese pastel. Then we could buy some sweets. I think I want to go for tapioca pamoja and some paquinas. And there's mulled wine too. Are you allowed to have mulled wine as a high schooler? She seems overjoyed at the very traditional dish she remembers. I love Festa Junina food. I personally don't really get what's so special about it. It's not like you can't eat this stuff during the rest of the year. Ren is such a stick in the mud. I mean, if the doctor died, I was going to shove him to the chest mouth. You can't... I think... there's like a limit to how big of the thing can be before it can be shoved into the chest mouth. You guys would have to chop him into pieces. And if you chop him into pieces, we're gonna have bigger problems. But I decided to not rain on her parade and say nothing about it. I don't get what's so great about it. You can eat that stuff anytime if you want. Well, at least I wasn't the party pooper this time. But it's way more fun when it's Festa Junina. It's more special. Yeah, kinda like Christmas food, right? Itsuno seems unfazed by Barbara's comment. Not bad, Itsuno. I gotta give you props for your conviction. We decide to hit up the target shooting stall after Barbara convinces us it is important practice for an eventual zombie apocalypse. Get ready to witness the abilities of a pro firsthand. Is that a Pope rat? It's a Pope rat. Oh, the capybara. Oh, right, we win this. We get the capybara from this. Raising the bottom part of the toy shotgun on her shoulder and grasping it in both hands, Barbara looks very focused as she aims at the most challenging prize. Etsuko is watching her attentively. Barbara seems to be taking it so seriously, I start believing she actually knows what she's doing. Pop. She didn't hit anything. What? Impossible. This thing's gotta be messed up. Barbara is indignantly poking the barrel of the toy gun. Better luck next time, buddy. We still got 2 shots. It's my turn. Barbara sighs and hands the toy gun over to Etsuko begrudgingly. Etsuko marches up to the counter and positions herself just like Barbara to shoot her shot. Her gaze is full of determination. After aiming carefully, Etsuko pulls the trigger. The cork hits a little plastic box, but the force of the impact isn't enough to make it topple over. That was a close one. Ah crap, I was so close. Although frustrated, Etsuko seems to be a much better sport than Barbara, who holds the game in contempt now. Well, it's 3 shots. I guess the last one's yours, Ren. Huh? Etsuko hands me the shotgun. I wasn't really planning on playing. What if you can go again? Truth be told, I'm awful at shooting games. I always get my ass handed to me in FPSs, so I imagine it won't be different in real life. No way, you have to face the same humiliation as I did. It's fine if you don't win, Ren. It's just for fun. I sigh but decide to give it a shot. I lean over the counter and try to mimic what the 2 of them did before me. Holding the shotgun with both hands, place the bottom part against my shoulder, pick a target. I think Etsuko was aiming for the little blue box. It seems to indicate a stuffed animal as a prize. I wonder if she wants that. Without much ado, I pull the trigger. Bullseye! I got it? Still skeptical, I scan the stall and spot the little blue box on the ground. You did it! No way! I turn to the side and see Etsuko with sparkling eyes and Barbara incredulous, her jaw on the floor. I realize the look on my face must be beyond shook and compose myself. Huh, but of course. Congrats, boy, here's your prize. The guy working the stall hands me my hard-earned prize. It seems to be a stuffed capybara? Oh, look at it. Oh, it's so cute. I love capybaras. So she really had her eye on this. You can have it. I extend the plushie towards Etsuko with a serious expression. She looks at it, then at me, as I try to hide my embarrassment. Oh boy. Ugh, come on, just accept it and let's get this over with. A huge smile spreads across her face. Thank you. It's not... Before I realize what's going on, I'm involved in a warm embrace. I can't feel my face suddenly burning up. Meanwhile, I see Barbara over Etsuko's shoulder trying to contain her laughter and silently mocking the whole situation. Barbara is such a shit stirrer. It is cute. That girl. I shoot her a furious look as she signals as a signal of my equally silent retaliation. Attention, it's almost time for the quadrilla. Whoever wants to dance, please come to the multi-sport court. I love quadrilla. You guys want to go? Ew, quadrilla. Hate it. I'm not a big fan either. But we can escort you there. I managed to finish my sentence before all the light drains from Etsuko's eyes. Oh no. When we arrive at the court, I see a long line of couples getting in position. They're about to start a typical dance associated with the country's rural culture. Many of them are dressed in character for the occasion. Horrible memories from teachers in preschool trying to draw a mustache on my face as part of the costume come to mind. That sucked. It was messed up that they made us dance and grade us on it in PE when we were kids. Even now, I don't get why anyone would do it out of their own free will. But I think it's fun. I agree that the compulsory aspect of it sucked and that the dancing in front of everybody was really embarrassing, but Etsuko is starting to get a little upset at our bitterness. I spot a senior student holding a microphone in charge of organizing the activity. Hi, excuse me, my friend Etsuko wants to participate. Oh cool, you guys can get in line right over here. It's just her, I'm not joining. But she needs someone to dance with, and everyone else is paired up. Why don't you or Barbara go with her? No way. Guess you gotta step up, Barb. I turn around and see that Barbara is nowhere to be found. Where did she run off to? That It's okay, Wén. I get it. You two aren't into it. We can go to something else. I can't help but feel guilty looking at Etsuko's sheepish smile as she says that. I think we were being kind of douchey, sorry. She seems so happy to be here up until now, and I think seeing her happy makes me happy too. Would it really be so bad putting my sourness aside for a bit? I'll dance with you if you want. Huh? That came out by accident. For real? No. No, I'm done for. It's not like it'd be such a huge sacrifice. Yeah, it's gonna be fun, you'll see. I bet he's terrible at this. I'd be terrible at this. Etsuko pulls me by my arm towards the quadrilla line. I catch a glimpse of the seniors chuckling and glaring at him in return. We're the last pair in a long line of people. I see some girls wearing plaid skirts and pants to make up for the lack of gentlemen participants, and grimly remember Barbara's timely disappearance. I also notice that we're being watched by a considerable amount of people, and ponder whether I've been making the right life choices. Turns out, I have no time for regrets because a positively June-ish song bursts through the speakers and I can see the first pair skip towards the center of the court. Attention everyone, step right in, ladies and gentlemen. The students we spoke to a while ago announced into the mic. But wait a minute, I remember that back in preschool we would usually rehearse the dance before actually dancing. So what am I supposed to do? In that moment, Etsuko locks her arms with mine and I feel a pull that prompts me to follow the way led by the couples ahead of us. I just go with the flow until we stop, face each other, and start stepping away to form two rows of ladies and gentlemen across from each other. Etsuko, how am I supposed to know the steps? I have to shout because of the positively loud music. Just follow everyone else, she yells back while clapping to the beat of the song. Clapping, sorry. I reply with a puzzled look and mimic her clapping. Ladies, greet the gentlemen. You mimic the other dudes, don't mimic her. Etsuko approaches and performs a curtsy, lifting the sides of an imaginary skirt while I go down on one knee like a medieval knight getting ordained, mirroring the boys on my row. Okay. Gentlemen, greet your ladies. Now it's my turn to approach and take off an imaginary straw hat to Etsuko. We're soon twirling around with interlocked arms, doing double spins and forming a big circle that alternates directions and eventually becomes a spiral, all according to the commands announced by the senior on the mic. Now it's time for the tunnel. We're once again lined up in two rows, facing one another. Everyone raises joint hands with their respective pair, forming a sort of human tunnel, through which the couples pass one by one. All of these classic quadrilla steps are gradually unearthed from the depths of my memories. I managed to execute them rather haphazardly while tripping, stumbling, and bumping into Etsuko, who, at least, seems to be having fun all the while. And now let's get started with the country road. We're once again trotting with arms locked together in line. Watch out for the rain. Everyone lets out a desolate ah and once again take off my imaginary hat, this time to shield Etsuko's head from the also imaginary raindrops. It stopped. Everyone celebrates. The bridge collapses. The bridge collapses? There, fixed it. Hurrah! Watch out for the snake. Just kidding. No, everyone pair up. What a lovely ball. This is cute. The couples disperse through the court. I'm face to face with Etsuko, and she holds my left hand while placing the other one on my shoulder. Aww. We're quite close to each other while we perform a sort of ballroom dance. I look into Etsuko's eyes and notice she's smiling. I can't help but smile back. I can feel my face growing hot again. Huh. It's time to say goodbye. Thankfully, the oncoming embarrassment is muffled by the next pair of the quadrilla, and we're once again marching in line, this time waving to the audience around the court. I'd barely savor the triumph of having survived all this when I spot Barbara amongst the spectators, smirking with unmistakable mockery. Now she decides to show up, huh? The quadrilla music comes to an end. That was so fun. It wasn't so bad. Now I'm hungry. Let's get something to eat. Yeah, let's go. Moments later, we're sitting at a plastic table with a checkered tablecloth, eating pamoja and drinking mulled wine. I'm usually not a big fan of pamoja, but this one's pretty good. You're not a big fan of Festa Junina in general, huh? Well, this one's kind of fun so far, but gaming at home is still more my speed. What do you play? Lately I've been playing Ephemeral Online a lot. I recently learned how to make a private server, so I've been spending quite a few hours on that. That's so cool. I haven't played Femur much, but I really like Twilight of the Gods. Wait, you mean you can make a server from your own house and other people can join in and play? Exactly. And since it's my server, I can change up the game however I want. So I know how to program. I'm learning. I can manage simple things like how many coins and items and monsters drop, but I know that much more complex stuff can be done. Like creating maps, adventures, spells. It's almost like you're making your own game, huh? I had never thought about it like that. I guess so, in a way. Can you imagine making games for a living? It must be awesome. It must be awesome. Due to him suffering about like bugs in the fucking game. I'd love to play a game made by you. A game made by me. Doesn't sound like a bad idea. Hi there, are you Andre? I jump in my seat at the sudden approach. I turn around and see a girl dressed as a cupid, carrying a wicker basket filled with colorful cards. Yeah? You've got a cupid mail. Cupid mail? Literally elegant mail. A common practice in Fiesta Junina in which love letters are delivered by people in role of cupids. Oh, that's cute! She hands me a hot pink heart-shaped letter while I stare, stunned. What's this? An anonymous person sent it to you. See ya! She waves goodbye and disappears into the crowd before I can ask further questions. I notice Etsuko leaning in curiously towards the card in my hands, and we exchange anxious looks. Okay, let's see what this is all about. Andre. Thank you for coming to my rescue in the literature project. Having you by my side turned a boring assignment into my most anticipated hour of the day. Even when the project's over and we don't have that excuse to spend time together anymore, I hope we can still hang out. Because I like you. Oh, this is Nina. I lose my breath for a moment. If this is about the lit project, it can only be one person. I like you. Likes as in the way I'm thinking. Is this for real? Is everything okay, Ren? Huh? I turn back towards Etsuko and notice I'm feeling a little dizzy. My brain takes a few seconds for the question to register. Yeah, I'm fine. I think someone sent a message to mess with me. Why are you lying? Etsuko doesn't seem too convinced by my answer, but I don't want to talk about this now, especially with her. So did the hoedown live up to its name? Suddenly, Barbara decides to show up, with a dirty joke at that. For once in my life, I'm glad she's here though. Where the hell have you been? Attention y'all, it's time to draw the winning ticket for the Fun Station 3 raffle. Oh, here it is, the most important moment of the party. Pay attention, guys. Right, the raffle. Our numbers are 109, 110, and 111. They're gonna draw one of those, I just know it. That's right, and then they're gonna play all the time at your place. It's gonna be 112. The two of them are excited for the prize to draw now. I'm grateful for the misdirection from the previous topic. And here it is. Etsuko and Barbara seem to double down on their concentration. And the winning ticket is 112. There you go. No way, it can't be. Son of a... After reliving so many memories, I find myself back to the studio once more. Hello? Or to Ren? I snap back to reality, slightly disorientated. Sorry, I got lost in thought. Kawa chuckles a little. Hey, about the type of neutral I feel regarding Fiesta Junina. I think it might actually be neutral good. I spent the rest of the afternoon diligently working on a healing quest. My phone buzzes a few times, and from the corner of my eye, I notice Chico's name flashing on the screen. I wonder what's up. Wén, could you come by the meeting room when you have a minute? Sure, I'll be there in a sec. I sure hope this isn't an emergency of any kind. What is that? Chico finished eating a crumbling paquina as I step into the... Why is it wet? Hey man. Paco cream? Huh? He offers me a few packets of a peanut sweet, which is accept tentatively. Why is it wet? I sit down and unwrap one of them, eyeing my colleague's boss carefully. So what's up? I need to ask you something. He rests his chin on his interlaced fingers, assuming a pose reminiscent of a certain unlikable dad. Gulp. Just kidding. I know your schedule's very tight, lady, but I actually wanted to chat a bit. You know, like we used to. Discuss how the studio's going, what we look forward to. It's been a while ever since we started entering the late stages of Healing Quest development. He says that he's kidding, but he keeps the menacing pose. If I didn't know him, I'd probably feel intimidated by my boss asking for a talk. He's more likely awkwardly stuck like that, anxious about my answer. Being Chico, he probably really wants to just chat. Should I spend some time with Chico or focus on work? Spend some time with him. Alright, sounds good to me. How have things been lately for you, Chico? Accounting has been a bit of a headache, let me tell you. We spent some time sharing our latest complaints about our daily company struggles. At some point, the conversation shifts towards our expectation for the studio beyond our current project. In particular, we dig up some old ideas we had for making the workplace more welcoming and pleasant to be in. Yeah, we could definitely use one of those fancy French presses for coffee. I guess it's nice. Sure, it's quite a small investment, but I'm sure the smell of freshly ground coffee will lift the spirits of everyone first thing in the morning. Chico pauses, while still leaning his chin on his interlaced fingers. I can see him stiffening a bit. Do you think everyone likes the June decorations and snacks? Did I go overboard? No, it's cute. Oh, I guess that must have been on his mind for a while. I left a note on the backlog board, but no one really came just for the occasion, so... Despite the pose, Chico looks a bit like a kicked puppy, eyes darting here and there self-consciously. I noticed a cowboy hat discreetly sitting on the chair beside him. Oh no! And perhaps is that smudge on his upper lip the remains of a fake mustache he drew on? Come to think of it, today he's unusually wearing a checkered shirt. I guess he really wanted to go all out with his Festive Junina look. I think the team was into it. I'm pretty sure his note went unnoticed because of the overflowing task on the backlog, but no need to remind him of that. Kawa and Anna were really excited talking about Festive Junina earlier. Even I sort of got swept into it. Really? Yeah, you went through the trouble of getting all those little pennants and decorating before everyone even got here, right? I'm sure everyone appreciates it. These little details up the morale. That's what I was thinking. Thanks, Wén. I know we're all in a rush, but I don't want us to forget to have fun too. Otherwise, what's the point of making games, right? Yeah. My conversation with Etsuko from years ago flashes into my mind. Can you imagine making games for a living? It must be awesome. I'll remember to have fun. Ah, more of those. And look at me, I'm pretty good at it too. I'm glad. Thanks, Wén. No problem. Let me know if there's anything you need help with, alright? Got it. With renewed motivation, I head back to my desk to finish up today's task. The winter sun sets early, and soon I'm done for the day and heading home. Nothing's changed at all. Relying on muscle memory, I make my way through the city of Frontera. Today is the day everyone from the office would finally get together on Twilight of the Gods. Oh, right! I guess I got a little overexcited and ended up logging in quite a while before the scheduled time. I just couldn't help myself. Oh. As soon as the menu pops up and those nostalgic notes fill my ears, I'm brought back to simpler times. Then again, was it really so simple then? Anyway, I have over an hour to waste. I decide to go ahead and try to level up the mage class before everyone gets here. Although my fingers seem to remember the commands, I'm feeling a bit rusty after all these years. As I slay some low-level jelly creatures, a username catches my eye. Quacking logged in. Seems like I wasn't the only one who got here early. Dark Wizard Wén Xiàn 999. Wén, is that you? Ah shit, without even thinking about it, I had signed up with a username nearly identical to my old one. Nostalgia is a powerful thing. It's me. You're here early, Kwa. I noticed his character has already evolved to a first class as well. Ah, you too. You're already becoming a mage. Busted, but the same goes to you, Acolyte. Huh, before I knew it, I was making the usual rounds. Really, nothing has changed around here. I feel like I'm back to being a teenager. Same. I wonder, maybe we crossed paths here ages ago without even knowing it. Perhaps fate has a hand in this meeting. Oops, getting way too in character here. The RPG sessions on top of this are really bringing out some old edgelord habits. Oh. Slimes. Our heartfelt talk was interrupted by a swarm of monsters suddenly approaching us, and we were quick on our feet to keep them at bay. Maybe I overestimated my skill. I ponder, as Kawa heals me before slaying another jelly monster. Oh, there's the rest. There you guys are. We've been looking all over. I should have known you wouldn't wait at the meeting spot. Augusto, Beto, and Anna enter the scene and finish off their last couple of jellies. Huh, Bia isn't with you guys? Haven't heard from her yet. She hasn't replied in a while. Maybe she's wandering around, letting nostalgia guide her away. Let's have a look around. Hit the most memorable spots. We're bound to run into her. Our party starts its way back into the town, admiring the animations and intricately designed backgrounds. Yo, what's with this weird stick? Don't touch the Agusto, it's too late. He hits the unassuming twig. The odds of anything too bad sprouting forth are small. But of course, we are dealt the worst hand. Whoa, what's that? Oh, you summon an orc. What? I just touched the stick. Even in Kwa and I went ahead and leveled up, everyone else is still a novice. Our chances of defeating a monster this powerful are pretty much zero. Oh, I never ran into one of these. The design is so cool. It really is. Look at the dynamic. Kwa! He's hit by the monster and is almost sent flying. I'm okay. You guys, it's not the time for aesthetic appreciation. You were the one who summoned it. Our party struggles to attack the orc. All we managed are a few ineffective hits that are returned with lethal attacks on our humble HP bars. We go through the potions in a flash, and Gawa's healing abilities can't keep up. Everything seems hopeless at this point. As if brought by a gust of wind, an arrow flies across the field and pierces the monster's back flawlessly. The damage it deals is significant. More arrows keep hitting the monster, and their source soon makes itself known. A high-level hunter enters the battlefield, drawing their bow at top speed. The monster can't help but focus on the new challenger, who can definitely keep up. This gives Kwa enough time to heal a few of us, and we soon join the brawl with our savior. The mysterious hunter takes a moment to prepare a powerful attack, and just like that, the enemy is defeated. She's been leveling. Whoa, thank you. Yeah, you really saved our butts. Hunting bee. Bia! Huh? Hi guys, sorry I'm late. You say that, but it looks like you're way ahead of us. Yeah, judging by the attacks you used, Bia's already at a much higher level. I ended up doing some stress relief jelly hunting, and before I knew it, now the party's complete. We can go explore. Hey, we still gotta level up and choose a class, unlike you early birds. Oh right. Maybe we can all level up around the forest for a bit, and then split up to go do our class tests. Sounds good. Bia, can you come with me for the swordsman test later then? I don't remember where it was. Bia? Her sprite is still standing there, unmoving. I'll try giving her a call. Suddenly, Bia's hunter moves slightly. Sorry guys, I gotta go. Huh? She disappears into a pillar of light, logging out. That was weird. Do you guys think she's okay? I'm struck with a bitter, familiar feeling. Something about Bia's brief presence and sudden disappearance makes my stomach churn. Buried memories come flooding back. Somehow, it was just like this. Dang, these zombies just keep coming. You're the one who said we should go dungeon crawling here. I know, but back then we had a healer. How was I supposed to know Nina was gonna quit? Guys, less talking and more attacking. We can make it... Huh? We can make it if we focus. I'm down to my last potion. Here goes nothing. At the time, I'm sure my avatar wasn't the only one running out of energy and options. And a voice in the back of my head wouldn't shut up. This is gonna be bad. This isn't where you're supposed to be. Aren't you forgetting what's most important? Who's most important? She needs you. You can't have it all. You're already being indulgent as it is. There are rules for this sort of thing. It's common sense. There it is. We're almost there. When now? Cast a spell. Sorry guys, I gotta go. My hands feel cold. I have to pull away from the mouse and keyboard for a second to rub them together and get the blood flowing. It's weird how a couple of coincidences can pull you right back into another time. But it's okay. That's not where I am right now. Bia's reasons have nothing to do with my past problems. Get out of your head, Wén. Messages are piling up in the chat box. I'm gonna go get a cool hat. Can someone help me with the swordsman test? I kind of wanted to hang around the courtyard and see if anyone familiar is around. Wén, what do you want to do? Sorry, I spaced out for a bit. I don't know. Help with the swordsman test? Alright, Anna, let's go ace the test. Yay, thanks. The details of it come back to me surprisingly quickly. In a few attempts, Anna is a certified swordswoman, sorry. Nice, I'm feeling sharp. The party's enthusiasm is contagious. The bitterness from minutes ago melts away and I can focus on the fun of playing together with my friends. Huh. I guess we're all well past being mere co-workers now. It feels nice. Oh. June 2nd. Oh, they're gonna stay up all of June, huh? The decorations. It's back to real life now. Time is flowing quickly today, and I feel like I'm on a roll programming and fixing bugs. Everything is going smoothly. Rain pours outside as I type quickly and confidently, my thoughts hardly straying from the never-ending lines of code in front of me and... Oh no! When was the last time they saved? My screen goes completely dark. I stare at it for a moment in disbelief. I keep tapping the keys, but it's futile. I look to my side and see that my neighbor and coworkers are also frozen in front of their screens. I look up and realize the lights have gone out too. No. No. I lifelessly bang my head on the desk. Wén, are you okay? I hadn't saved in a while. Oh crap, how long? Probably since lunch? Dude, did you save your stuff, Augusto? Hell yeah, I'm not a daredevil like Wén. Besides, I didn't get much done in the last hour. So even if I didn't, I would be okay. That's nothing to brag about. What about autosave, friend? I don't remember if I had it turned on. Well, I'm gonna go take a break. No use sitting here. He gets up and heads to the pantry. Meanwhile, Bia looks at me sympathetically. I'll go try to figure out what happened with the power. She leaves, leaving me alone to ponder my loss. It's unlike me to be careless like this. I'm usually the cautious type. I tend to save and back up multiple times to make sure nothing is lost. What's gotten into me? I lean back on my chair, staring lifelessly at the ceiling. Completely blank. Just like my save files. All that for nothing. At this rate, are we even gonna make it in time for the launch? Shit, I don't even want to look at those incomplete source files anymore. How pointless and fleeting everything is. Hey, you okay? Kao is sitting next to me with 2 mugs in his hand. Not really. Did you lose much? My only response is to rub my temples and grumble. Want some tea? It's calm, it's calming. I think he needs something a little stronger than that. Kao sits down beside me and offers me a mug. I accept it automatically. It's hot. I blow on it a few times to cool it. As I do so, I notice the color is fainter than I expected, and the smell is sweet. I didn't even know we had tea here. I usually only have coffee. Yeah, I know. I figured you weren't in need of any more caffeine considering how fast you were working today. I guess I was in the zone. I take a sip. That's good sometimes, but take care. The tea is nice. Thanks, my dad actually grows a bunch of plants to make tea from. So I brought a whole jar of leaves. Feel free to brew it any time. That's so cool. That's cool. So you live with your family? Sounds like you get along. Kao stares at his mug for a couple of seconds, looking wistful. Yeah, I live with them now. I moved out a couple of years ago, but I came back. Why'd you move back? I wouldn't want to go back to my mom's house anytime soon. My mom would nag the hell out of me. He smiles almost too softly. A lot of stuff happened. You live by yourself then, Wén? Yeah. It's a miracle I could afford a place, but I guess it's worth it. I don't think I could handle living with a bunch of roommates. You need your space, huh? Doesn't it get lonely though? The question catches me off guard. Hey, is he asking me this like in the dark while bringing me tea? Lonely. I guess I'm sort of used to it. Having people around has its downfalls too. You can never please everyone. Sounds like you've been through stuff. Kawa leans back on his chair, steam rising up from his mug and fogging up his glasses. Nothing too big, I guess. He looks curious. Fine. Let's see. My mom's the controlling type, so it was kind of a pain having friends or my girlfriend over. I get that. And her home situation was even worse. So I figured if I had my own place, I'd have more freedom, and I could offer her some solace too. I tried hard to keep up with college and get a job, but by that time I managed that I no longer had a girlfriend. Oh. I can't think of it. During that time I ended up drifting away from my closest friends. I can hardly remember what I spent the last few years doing, other than working. Maybe this is a bit too much to share over tea. Kyle looks unsure about what to say, but before he can try, I blurt out. But things are better now. I'm actually in touch with them again. With my friends from back then, I mean. That's nice. Everyone here seems to really like you too, so I'm a bit surprised you were sort of isolated. Huh? Yeah. Everyone in the art team is always saying good things about you. Like how you're good at explaining things and incorporating their ideas into the programming. Jeez, first I hear of that. I look away embarrassedly. Even if you didn't realize it, I'm sure your friends missed you. Ah, jeez, why is Mr. Popular Guy saying all these nice things? I'm not used to this kind of stuff. Oh well, who can say? Human relationships are complicated, huh? They sure are. So what about you? Any stories you want to share? I can't imagine you being lonely. I do get lonely, though. He says this casually, but there's a hint of melancholy in his voice. I see. Is that why you moved back? Kind of. There are many reasons. I sense as I've touched a sensitive topic. I wonder if it's okay to ask more. You want to talk about it? You want to talk about it? No pressure, though. Sorry. I made you tell me a bunch of stuff, didn't I? That's okay. It's no big deal, but originally, I was actually sort of kicked out. Oh? No way. Up until then, we were all pretty close, but I guess there was a part of me they couldn't accept at the time. Without thinking, I blurted out. And now? I wonder. Things are better, but I think they're relieved I ended up breaking up with that guy. I guess this stuff takes time. Oh. I guess it does. Wait, what? Barbara's question from the bar pops into my head suddenly. Have you ever considered dating guys? So you, date guys? Very smooth, Wén. Yeah, like sandpaper. Kawa blinks a few times, holding back a chuckle. Well, yeah. I see. I see. In a bit of a daze, I stare at the leftover tea on my mug. Annoyed at my own blank expression staring back at me, I snap out of it and look at Kwa. I'm sorry, it sounded like you went through some hard times. I don't really know what to say. You can count on me, okay? Thanks, man. Like I said, things are better. My family did reach out and invited me to come back, so it's cool now. Kawa casually pats my shoulder a few times before standing up. His hand feels warm. I hope your family gets it. Me too. Kawa fashions a genuine smile and stretches his arms. He waves his neck to the side, producing a couple of soft cracking noises, and sits back down. A gentle silence takes over the office. By the way, thanks for yesterday. I really miss playing Twilight of the Gods. It was very nostalgic. The MMO session had been a blast. Slaying those jelly monsters alongside with Kawa and the rest of the party was refreshing. It really made me wonder if perhaps years ago we might have crossed paths on the other world of Twilight of the Gods. Hey, Kawa? Whoa. And then there was light. At that moment, the light turned back on. My computer sounds like it's starting up again, so we both stare at the screen anxiously. Let's see. Once it's back on, I quickly reopen my files to see how much damage was done. Huh. Looking at the timestamp doesn't seem that bad. I keep staring at the lines of code in front of me for a few moments. Not only that, I just noticed a mistake right here. I hadn't seen that before. Oh? Dang, this would have been a lot of trouble later. Phew! Okay, this wasn't so bad. I'm glad. Bea and Augusta, as well as the other workers that had gone for a break during the power outage, have come back into the workroom. Well, see ya. Before I can protest, Kawa takes hold of my empty mug and strides towards the pantry to wash them. By the time I finish my work for the day, my stomach is already growling in anticipation for dinner. I bid the nearly empty office farewell and step outside into the night, taking note of the clear skies. One would barely believe this afternoon's downpour, if not for the puddles scattered all over the concrete. While avoiding them the best I can, I think back to the exchange with Kawa earlier. Funny how the blackout gave us a weird opportunity to connect. I suppose some things are easier said in the comfort of the darkness. I myself even ended up mentioning a series of events I don't remember touching upon in a long time. Before I realized it, I had blurted out a summary of the last few years of my life. Had I ever even talked about this with anyone before? Oh, into the puddle. Ah, crap. I stepped on a deep one. Feeling myself grow wet, illegal, I started reminiscing about another rainy day. It was probably around this time of year as well, which is technically winter, not exactly rainy season. Okay guys, now pair up. When I say pairs, I mean pairs, not trios. The literature teacher shouted over the sound of the pouring rain. A few groans are heard here and there, but a few excited giggles are also exchanged between those happy to work together. This is how it always is. Getting paired up with someone uncooperative and doing all the work is exhausting. On the other hand, having to discuss every decision with a partner is even more tiring. That's why we have a deal. Barbara and I always team up. Our workflows and styles are so different, one of us always takes over. I'm in charge of science projects, she's the history expert, and so on. In the long run, each one of us only has to do half the project, so it works out fine. This being literature class, I'm pretty sure she will take care of the heavy load and I can get away with just reading a summary of the book online. is what I'm thinking. But as my eyes dart towards Barbara's seat in order to silently seal our agreement, I know she's not looking this way. You're in a drama club? That's awesome. That's gonna earn us a few points on the presentation. Barbara's excitedly chatting up her desk neighbor, a girl whose name I haven't memorized yet. I make a shocked face at the betrayal, and somehow she notices. Barbara quickly glances my way and offers a mildly apologetic look, as if saying, "Oopsie, you're on your own this time, buddy." Ah. It's like she's mocking me for not having other potential partners. It's not like she's wrong, though. I guess I haven't really done a great job socializing, even though the school year is already halfway through. If Etsuko was in our class, we could have paired up. That might have worked out well. That is, if Barbara didn't snatch her up first. The teachers already rejected the possibility of trios due to even number of students. Ugh. Dang, having a small circle sucks at times like these. Shakespearean references aside, lit is not my best subject either, so I'm definitely in trouble. My eyes scan the classroom and I see duos forming here and there, anxiety starting to bubble in the pit of my stomach. As if timed with my growing panic, thunder rumbles outside. I shudder. My gaze suddenly falls upon a girl sitting not too far from me. Her shoulders hunched up and eyes slightly shut and her hands trying to shield her ears from the clap of thunder. Ah, someone's having an even harder time than me. Like a sort of trigger, it's at times like this when I can manage to muster up some courage. Shit, I don't even remember her name either. I think we talked before though. Come on, Ren, think. It was something with an M? Like Marina? Or maybe Carolina. Was it? It definitely had an N. Nina. My voice comes out louder than I expected, considering how unsure I was. She jumps in her seat and immediately turns my way, startled to say the least. Yeah, Andre? The way she pronounces my name hesitantly is cute, and also makes me feel a bit better about almost forgetting hers. Do you want to pair up? Yes. Nina's face lights up immediately, and the answer also spills from her mouth more enthusiastically than she anticipated. Blushing at her own little outburst, she averts her eyes and explains. My friend paired up with someone else this time, so I was worried I'd end up by myself. Come to think of it, the girl that teamed up with Barbara is the one Nina's always hanging around. Same here. That Barbara just went on ahead of without me. You two always work together, huh? You must get along. We've been friends for a very long time. I guess we're just stuck with each other at this point. Well, not anymore, I guess. Sorry, I guess you're stuck with me this time. I'm better off now. Let's show them how a group project is done. Okay. She palms her fist up ever so slightly. Do you have the book already? I do. Dom Casmuro. As she says this, Nina pulls out a copy of Dom Casmuro from under her desk. Oh, can I hover over it? Oh, one of the utmost influential Brazilian novels by Machado de Assis. Tells the story of Bentino, a man who suspects his wife of having an affair with his best friend. Ooh. I guess everyone's supposed to read it in high school, so my sister already had it. That's lucky. I'm an only child, so I don't have the advantage. Maybe your sister can give us some pointers too. I'm not so sure she actually read it though. Nina leaves through the novel, which sure enough looks rather new. Not a single note. I guess we're on our own then. All I know about the book though is the whole Capito controversy. Yes, that's all everyone ever mentions. Well, guess we'll find out. Yeah. Nina seems like a perfectly nice partner, so maybe this project won't turn out so bad. I noticed Barbara staring at us to confirm that I'd survive without her support and gladly stick my tongue out at her. See, even I can find someone to pair up with. Into the puddle, again. Damn it. I'm caught off guard mid-recollection and I step into another puddle. That's what I get for spacing out. Thinking about it now, Nina has actually come up a few times in my mind in recent days. I vaguely recall even dreaming about her. Or did I? Yes, you did. Now that I'm getting closer to Etsuko again, I realize how much past Ren could learn from present Wen. And how much present Wen still has to learn. Working as a team, trusting people, finding comfort in people. I don't want things to go the same way again. I hurry down the stairs to the subway platform before I miss my train. Ugh, I'm so stuffy. I finally managed to fix some bugs and reduce our once endless backlog. The sound of people shuffling about, computers shutting down, and backpacks being zipped tell me the day is about over. There's still plenty to be done though. Queen's time has given me more trouble than I expected. No wonder she even showed up in my nightmares. That was one weird dream for sure. I considered mentioning it to Kawa at some point, but sharing our magical boy adventures was not on the top of my bucket list. Now, what was Anna's analysis of it? If I remember correctly, she said, "Hey everybody, how can he have so much energy at the end of the day? As a tradition at our studio today, instead of the usual happy hour, we'll be having our super special all-night, all-out Blast Bros Bonanza." Oh yeah, that's today. Kawa approaches our desk looking a bit lost. What's that? I almost forgot you were new here. Every month, we boot up the play cube and have a bit of a tournament at the office. Oh, is that what the projector over there is for? Yep, and there's also free beer. Chico says all night, but he's usually the first one to fall asleep on the couch. Yeah, it doesn't usually last all night, but sometimes it goes on for a while, so people can sleep over if they miss the trains. Sounds fun. It is fun, but I don't want to sleep on the chairs ever again. I wince remembering the back pain and Augusta snoring last time that happened. I walk home if it comes to that. Oh, don't worry, I'll make sure to destroy everyone before midnight rolls around. Scary. Hey programmers, Kawa. You're all staying, right? Sure, I wouldn't miss a good battle. He glances at Bia, expecting a playful challenge, but now she seems to be tapping furiously at her phone. Awesome, there's a special prize tonight, so do your best. Please tell me the prize is an extended deadline. Wén, you cracked me up. So no deadline extension. He pats my back a little too hard. I'll go get the coolers. We'll start in 15 minutes. I'll go help you with the beers then. And they're gone. Guess I'll help set up. Yeah, let's go. I'll show you where the cables are. You coming, Bia? She's staring at her phone. Huh? Yeah, go ahead, guys. We'll save you a seat. She's not staying. This corner of the office has been repurposed for the super special all-night, all-out Blast Bros Bonanza. Cushions and beanbags are spread around and an old projector is connected to a play cube. I'm sipping on a can of beer and watching the current battle after advancing in the previous round. Kawa is showing everyone what she's got. Since he's a dog person, his choice of character comes as no surprise. That friendly-looking puppy in uniform can cause quite a bit of damage in the right hands, which seems to be the case here. I muse as Kawa applies careful long-range attacks on his enemies. So he plays it safe. Studying opponent, are we? Did I say that out loud? That's right, Wén. Focus on Kawa is a good idea, since second place is your best bet. She cracks her knuckles menacingly. I'm not the same as I was last month, Bia. Despite her friendly disposition, Bia is quite the fierce player. When she's on our side, like when she saves our asses in Twilight of the Gods, is very reassuring. But as an adversary, she's scary. I hope so. I don't want to be bored. God, no way! We both turn towards the screen to see Kawa's character doing her victory pose and Augusto falling to his knees dramatically. No way, dude. I can't believe you pushed me off. That was a dick move. It's dangerous to hang around the edges like that. Kawa's friendly grin gives off a chilling aura. And here I thought you were a nice guy. He looks devastated. Have a beer and relax. Kawa pats Augusto on the shoulder and crouches down by the cooler to dig through the ice for some drinks. Who's your Smash Bro main? Mine was Ganondorf. Okay, next round, Bia, you're up. Yo, Bia, make sure you avenge me in the finals. Augusto waits for a reply from his defeated position on the floor, but Bia says nothing. In fact, it doesn't even seem like their voices reach her. She's once again hypnotized by the small screen that keeps lighting up in her hands. Augusto grins mischievously. He takes 2 icy cans from Kawa and promptly presses one against Bia's cheek. Earth to Bia, what's up? Geez, I'm in the middle of something. Sorry, but come on, it's your turn. Oh, your fight's over already? Don't rub salt in my wounds. There, guys, let's toast and have a good battle. Bia takes one of the beers from Augusto and we all clink our cans together. Cheers. She takes a quick sip while sliding her phone into her pocket. I guess I better go guarantee my spot in the finals before my drink gets lukewarm. Alright, we'll be waiting for you at the top. Yeah. You guys, go on without me. You have to. Keep fighting. Augusto plays dead on the beanbag, throwing his head to the side. Right. Bia chuckles, taking a step over his limp body and heads towards the gamepads. But she suddenly stops in her tracks and turns around. Wén, watch my phone, will you? It's distracting me, but if I leave it lying around, I'm sure someone who doesn't know the meaning of privacy will take a peek. She glances towards Augusto, who is still playing dead. Sure. Bia hands me the phone, which I slip into my pocket. Thanks. And with that, she skips away to battle. I wonder if she's alright? I hope so. We sit to watch the fight go down. Bia starts knocking the other players out one by one. I try to examine her strategy, hoping to find an opening. But my thoughts are interrupted by her phone vibrating in my pocket. Once, twice, 3 times. It really is hard to ignore. I try to concentrate on the battle, but the buzzing noise keeps pulling me away. As if I'm falling into a trance, I can feel my surroundings blur slowly and all other sounds become indecipherable. All that's left is the insistent whirring coming from my pocket and memories of another time and place. Are you coming over? You're not gonna hang out with them again, alright? Why can't it just be us? Why do you need more? You said you were going to help me. Please don't leave me alone. Or else I don't know what I'll do. Hey, Ren? Huh? I'm brought back to reality by Kawa's hand on my shoulder. Did you see that? Bia was amazing. What? Whoa, I spaced out. Something on your mind? No, not really. That was weird. I shake my head as if to drive the intrusive thoughts away. Phew, that was a nice warm-up. Bia, after having won her round, comes back to join us on the beanbags. She sinks into one and finishes her drink. Good going. Bia's phone vibrates in my pocket a couple times again. I guess I should return it. Bia, do you want this back? She squeezes the can in her hand, furrowing her brows. Still buzzing away, is it? I'm sure I'm just projecting my own crap onto her, yet I can't help asking. Yeah, is everything okay? I stretch my hand towards her, offering the phone back. She pauses before reaching out and taking it. It's no big deal, just having a bit of an argument, I guess. With my, boyfriend. Not one to share much of her personal life in the office, she blushes a little as she pronounces the word a little. Did something happen? He's just kind of mad that I'm staying late here instead of hanging out with him. He's always texting me, asking where I am, who I'm with. At first I thought it was kind of cute that he seemed jealous, but it's going overboard now? Is it? I don't really get it. If I knew I was gonna be such a big deal, I would have just gone to see him instead. Now I feel guilty just being here. Maybe I should go? Nope. I guess it's come to this. Personally, I'm always looking forward to Bia's display of skill during our Blast Bros nights. But who am I to meddle in other people's relationships, right? Bia starts picking up her things hesitantly. Should I try to convince her to stay? No, sometimes it's important to accept things to avoid conflict. Fuck that. Of course, I know, just the thing to convince her. We're convincing her. Wait, Bia. It wouldn't be an all-night, all-out Blast Bros bonanza without you. This has always been your place. What could be wrong about that? That's right. You have nothing to feel guilty about. Aw, thanks, guys. It's just, when we're together, everything's great. But whenever we're apart, it seems like he starts questioning everything. You can't be together all the time, though, right? The bond's supposed to keep existing, even when you're in different places, doing different things. It's like object permanence, you know? When you put it like that, it sounds like he's a baby. She chuckles a little. Kawa's words sounds like they come from experience. The stark contrast with my own makes me wonder what sort of partner he has had in order to come to such conclusions. Surely, someone independent and free-spirited. Yeah, maybe he's still learning. Do you guys often have this sort of argument? Have you talked about it? Actually, yeah, it's happened a couple of times. The other day, when we had our happy hour, that almost turned into a fight. I ended up leaving early. I even missed you guys' karaoke performance. Oh, don't remind me. Anyway, it just becomes a whole thing every time our plans don't line up. If I don't choose him. Hey Bia, pick one. Pick what? Anna appears out of nowhere, suddenly crouching before Bia and holding out 2 fists towards her. I'm not sure how Anna managed to sneak up on us considering how tall she is. Well, she's tall, but she's like quiet. She's nimble. Okay, this one? Ta-da! Anna opens the hand chosen by Bia, revealing a candy wrapped in colorful paper. Lucky me. Bia accepts the treat, immediately unwrapping it. While she savors the yogurt candy, Anna pats her on the head gently. He's at it again, huh? But it's gonna be okay. How about you tell him you've got a tournament to win, and that you'll take him somewhere nice once victory is yours? I heard the first prize is tickets to the aquarium. Really? My sources say so. That's actually a good idea. right? As Bia types one final message, Anna casually opens her other hand, revealing another candy. She places it on top of Bia's head. Ah. Oh, I can have both? Of course. Don't underestimate my candy stash. Now, let's go. It's time for the final battle. Cool. Who's the last battle? Me. Oh, here we go. Kao and I take our places as do our fellow competitors. Bia looks focused. It makes me gulp. Is Bia turnip? That's definitely not Kirby. I pick my usual character. I guess I can't blame Barbara for calling me Edgelord Magic Boy, come to think of it. So what can I say? This guy works well with my playstyle. Kao goes with his usual main, and Anna, whose fighting style I've never observed closely, chooses that pink orb of chaos. Oh! The game begins and I jump towards Kawa, hoping to not to get KO'd by Bia right off the bat. There, now to take considering his cautious approach in the previous battle, I think I know how to trap him. I'm sent flying into the air by an unexpected close-range attack. Crap, so he goes for this sort of tactics too. Oh, no you don't. I see. In this case, then I'll... Oh crap. What? I was so focused on Kawa, Anna's character managed to sneak up on me and swallow me whole. While I'm detained, Kawa's getting a serious beating from Bia. The second I'm barfed out, I'm hit by Bia. In the blink of an eye, her character is right beside me, applying a combo of powerful attacks I can't escape from. Are you boys done goofing around? I'm always serious. While she's busy kicking my ass, Kawa attempts to attack her from behind with a long-range attack. But Bia sends the projectile right back to him before finishing me off. I can barely understand what's going on. All I know is Kawa and I are both KO'd. What even happened? You guys still have a long way to go. Bia has eyes glued to the screen. Dumbfounded, we watch as the battle rages on between the remaining fighters. Anna's character keeps inhaling the projectiles Bia shoots at her and throwing them right back. When Bia tries to blast Anna off the arena, she floats back like a bubble every time. Finally risking a closer attack, Bia draws near and Anna mercilessly absorbs her. Anna, you're not thinking of... Anna keeps her usual calm smile. We don't have any lives left. It's too risky. No way. Is she gonna... She's gonna jump out to self-destruct? We watch in horror as the inflated pink ball skips towards the edge of the arena. Everyone present in the office watches intently. I can't watch. In the last moment, Anna spits out her opponent, hoping to take advantage of the commotion to deal a final hit. However, Bia is quick on her feet and times her attack with deadly precision. Aww. I thought she was gonna just jump off the edge with her. Anna is defeated. The battle is over. Bia is the champion. Whoa, that was intense. It was a good battle, everyone. Anna smiles sweetly and high-fives Bia. Bia finally smiles as she stands up and stretches her arms. I feel refreshed. Congrats, here's your prize. The project manager hands her a pair of tickets. Guess Anna was right. Thanks, how did she even get these tickets, Chico? They're pretty expensive. Anything for my dear coworkers, and also my cousin works there. Ah. Bia chuckles, but holds on to the tickets like they're something precious. It fills me with relief to see her back to normal. I'm about to go congratulate her, but I feel a pat on my shoulder and turn around. Good fight, man. Yeah, I guess. I was hoping to battle a bit longer before getting obliterated, though. It all happened so fast. Should we try going one-on-one next time? Sure, maybe we could do it in like that next month. Well, actually, if you don't want to wait that long, I've got an old play cube at home too. Oh, really? No wonder you had fast reactions. Yeah, I still play the old version pretty often. So yeah, if you don't mind an old console, come on over sometime, we can brawl it out. Maybe get some practice in to last a bit longer next time we're up against a genius like that. And glances in Bia's direction. She's cheerfully chatting with the art team now, like a stormy cloud that has dissipated from above her. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, that came off a bit too eager. I'm a sucker for old consoles though. I mean, yeah, good idea. I'm cool with the old version. Alright, when's a good day for you? Let's see. Yo, we're gonna do mini games now. You guys up for it? Sure. I'll message you later so we can set a date. Yeah, okay. And so our traditional super special all-night, all-out Bass Bros Bonanza goes on peacefully. Until I realize it's almost time for the subway to close. The remaining members of the team store out into the cool night wind and wave goodbye as we part ways. I'm so tired. I hope I won't have to fight monsters in my dreams tonight. Yeah, your dream sequences are pretty intense, dude. This week was so busy and packed with eventful days. It almost doesn't seem like Etsuko invited us to her taiko presentation just this Monday. Between the new June decorations, our new adventures into the old twilight of the gods, followed by a blackout and the Blast Bros bonanza yesterday, I'm proud of my adult self's ability to keep to my schedule despite all that. I can't relate. All that to say, today is Etsuko's taiko presentation and I am sure I would attend it this time around. But I still have a few hours until then, so I stopped by the local Dai Sukiyo, my go-to Japanese bowl fast food restaurant, on the way. I'm about to order my usual beef bowl with extra scallion when the brand new limited edition spicy kimchi bowl catches my eye. It doesn't sound half bad. I place my order and take a seat by the window. Back in high school, I used to be self-conscious about eating on my own, although I was initially determined to be the loner who scoffs at chatty groups of teens. I soon found myself becoming one of them as Barbara snagged bits of my lunch and dragged me out during recess. I had gotten so used to it, even her friends from other classes came around. I had no clue how to proceed. No matter how much my edgelord persona had lost its edge by then, asking to join them was beyond me. Before I could confirm whether my presence was welcome or not, I'd casually wander off to find a place to eat by myself. That actually reminds me of Etsuko and maybe something I dreamt about recently. This expectation that I'll be able to see her later today is also strangely familiar. We did have a habit of meeting there whenever possible. Alright, now. Where can I eat my lunch in peace without looking too uncool? I sit by the cafeteria and take note of the lack of available tables. The outside patio is too rowdy, and if I go to the soccer court, I risk taking a ball to the face. That didn't sound right. Anyway, no food is allowed in the library or in the labs. I sigh as I make my way down the hallway. The sound of recess gradually fades away as I wander through the older portion of the school building. Oh! The stairway that leads to the school terrace. The sacred territory reserved for the main characters. Rather suitable. Why didn't I think of this before? I eagerly start climbing up the steps to my newfound haven, but as I turn the corner of the staircase, I realize I'm not alone. Etsuko. Unaware of my presence, she silently reaches for the handle of the door leading to the terrace. I hesitate to call out her name, mesmerized by the unexpected scene. But she catches sight of me from the corner of her eye and yelps, "Wén? You startle me," showing up out of the blue. Etsuko, what are you doing here? You know. She looks away for a second, twirling a lock of hair between her fingers. I wanted to try having lunch on the terrace. I guess we thought of the same thing. Is it open? That's what I'm about to find out. It's usually locked. I've been coming here to check every day. Such determination. You really want to go there, huh? Her eyes light up and she balls her hands into excited fists. Isn't it that where the main characters eat lunch? Yeah, it is. Who would have thought another protagonist wandered here on this very day? Why do they lock it anyway? Are we not supposed to go there? No idea, but someone's bound to forget eventually. Maybe today. Perhaps. Will you be my accomplice? Sure. Etsuko finally reaches for the knob again, grips it with determination, and turns it. It's unlocked. Ah, look, ran it open. She beams at me, throwing the door agape. Without a moment to lose, we both step out into the terrace. Not a single cloud in sight, just an impossibly blue canvas. Has the skyscape always been this vast? Somehow it feels like the tall buildings surrounding the school never existed. Oh, that's nice. But even in my reverie, a nagging voice in the back of my head warns me we could get in trouble for just being here. Awesome, the weather's perfect too. Come on, let's eat before recess ends. Etsuko's joyful voice rings louder than my thoughts. I let myself get swept up and sit next to her in a sunny spot. So what did you bring? Ooh, I opened the lid of my bento box, revealing a pair of fluffy baozi? Nikuman? Well, I guess they are the same, but I call them baozi. Oh, that's a Chinese name, right? Are you sure you're gonna eat them cold? They still taste fine, it's just leftovers anyway. If you say so. Me, I love the really big ones they sell at the Libertad? With a little karashi. So yummy. What's karashi? Spicy condiment made out of crushed brown mustard seeds. Oh. Do you want one? Huh? But, oh, okay, I'll trade you then. Oh, what are those? She opens her own bento box, revealing a set of round, deep-fried sweets. Mmm. Oh, what's that? Hi, Keen. Rain cake. A sweet common in Brazil and Portugal. A deep-fried mixture of flour, eggs, milk, and baking soda sprinkled with cinnamon and sugar. That sounds good. I take one of them and inspect it closely. There's sata andagi? Deep-fried Okinawan snack made with flour, sugar, and eggs, often shaped like a tulip. Oh. In Okinawa at least, but I guess it's sort of the same? Come to think of it, you could also call them donuts. But donuts are supposed to be ring-shaped, no? Huh? But there are also donuts with filling, right? Like cream or jelly. Is a donut only a donut if it's got a hole in the middle? She seems to be giving in some serious thought. I don't know. I don't think so. I take a bite of the... ice... Bolino de chuva / sata adagi / donut and ponder. That which we call a donut, by any other name, would taste as sweet. Oh my fucking god. Etsuko had just taken a bite out of the bazoi I offered. Sunny brings a hand to cover her mouth, chuckling and nearly choking on the steamed bun. Shakespeare? I blush up to my ears. Was that lame? What? Shakespeare is just common knowledge, right? Despite my ego taking a blow, I give her a couple of pats on the back, trying to soothe her coughing fit. Her coughing subsides, but the laughter goes on a little longer. I steal another donut in the meantime. No, you're right. Shakespeare has everything to do with snacks. In fact, now I really want to eat some traditional Brazilian dessert that combines cheese with goiabada, representing the union of a tragic couple from Shakespeare's play. It's an actual thing? I chuckle. Alright, next time I'll bring cheese and you bring the goiaba deal? Deal. A secret meeting on the Forbidden Terrace. Exactly. I find myself grinning, looking forward to the next escapade. Somehow, it doesn't even occur to us that the door might be locked next day. But that didn't matter right then. All that mattered were the clear skies, the taste of sata andagi, and the promise of something starting. The memory of that day was suddenly so vivid. My taste buds were slightly confused by the present flavor of spicy cabbage. This is not the best place for that kind of fried snack, but since I'm going to Libertad anyway, might as well grab a dessert along the way. Oh, let's go. It's almost time for Etsuko's taiko show. As soon as I step out of the snack-filled cafe, I'm greeted by the warm rays of the early afternoon sun. It's unusually hot for early June. Libertad Square, an already busy place, is more crowded than usual. The food stalls have multiplied and the lines have increased, not to mention the stage that has been set up. Before diving into the sea of people to make my way there, I check my phone hoping for updates from Barbara and Sigurd. I could use some backup right now. Etsu, I'm so sorry. Luna's speaking some weird stuff. I don't know if I'll make it in time for your show. Oh no. No way, me too. You're speaking weird stuff too? Huh? No. I'll explain later, but I don't think I'll make it either. Please forgive me, Etsuko. Gwen, make sure you record it. Oh my god. Great, the whole town seems to be here, but my friends bail on me. Aw, that's too bad. I hope Luna's okay. I'm up in a couple of minutes, so I gotta go. She goes offline. I wasn't even able to tell her I was here. Guess I'll head to the stage then. Oh. The sun is blazing, and every couple of seconds, someone eager to get closer to the stage bumps into me. Ow. Oops, my bad. I look down and notice someone dropped a whole tray of yakisoba on my shoe. Just my luck, but before I can even say anything out loud, a voice blasts through the speakers. Thank you, that was an amazing dance. Next up is the Okinawan Taiko group. Oh, that's her. Oh, she's back there. The announcer steps aside and people in colorful uniforms take the stage. Etsuko is right there on the center of the stage. A huge red drum hangs from her shoulders. Yikes, that looks heavy. I raise my hand to wave at her, but she looks dead serious. She closes her eyes and everything is silent for a moment. I almost fall over from the reverberating thump emanating from her taiko. A sound this powerful could probably make a heart start beating again more efficiently than a defibrillator. What is this? As the sound grows with the whole group joining in waves, it's as if everything is swept into its beat. I can no longer hear any chatter or city noises around me, only the rhythmic drumming reverberating through my body. I'm so immersed in the performance, my world quivers when a particularly intense yell reaches my ears. Despite the momentary shock, I'm enraptured by the ground-shaking choreography. What the? I kind of feel like shouting along with them. The experience fills my mind with mysterious images, and through all that, I manage to look directly at Etsuko. Not only is she beating that drum with complete control and total sync with the group, but she is also doing some tough-looking choreography, raising her feet high in the air and turning with every few beats. She turns again, droplets of sweat fly off her bangs, her brows furrowed in deep concentration, and lands with strength and precision. The sound seems to shake with the group's powerful steps. Whoa, she really is so cool. The song continues and I let myself be taken in by it. The beat is cheerful and optimistic, and the way the drummers move makes them seem otherworldly. She is cool. She is so cool. Everyone seems to be deeply connected in a way I can hardly understand. At this point, I can no longer tell the difference between my heartbeat and the drumming. I'm only reminded of my mundane existence in the middle of a crowd when the song ends, and surprisingly, my heart still beats. The audience around me cheers and claps, and for a second I almost forget to do the same. I keep quiet? Why? Oh, I don't have any diamonds! Fuck! Fine, I keep quiet. I can't really bring myself to join in the jolly vibe. Also, I don't want to distract her. I stand there and try not to stare too much. Etsuko's group plays a couple more songs and bow deeply to the energetic audience. They exit the stage and another group pours in. I'm super thirsty and I imagine Etsuko must have been even more so. I quickly step into a shop and buy 2 big cups of bubble tea. I stumble back towards the stage, desperately hoping I didn't miss her. There she is. I catch a glimpse of her bright yellow uniform and she soon spots me and comes my way.
Yo.
Here, great job. I hand her one of the cups. Oh, thanks. She glances at the lavender liquid inside. Huh, you remember that like taro flavor with peach bubbles? That's a very interesting combination. Well, yeah, that's the unusual combo you always go back. You got him back in high school. I was craving for some of this. It's super hot today. She leans back on the railing beside me and sips her drink. Hey, thanks for inviting me today. I mean, you invited everyone, but I'm really glad I came. I consider apologizing for not going to her taiko show back in high school, but my gut tells me to focus on the present. I never heard something like this before. I was kind of nervous and full of things on my mind before I came, but now I feel so refreshed, like I was reset. It really hits the heart, huh? There I go, spilling random cheesy crap again. I truly felt that way though. Etsuko is silent for a moment, then smiles. Thanks. I know it's really hot and crowded today, but I'm glad you came. This is something that's really important to me. I can see that. It's also really different from the sound you guys make with the band. It is, isn't it? She looks up the impossibly blue sky and then turns to me. I want to try to bring them together though. I want to incorporate the taiko into power metal. Okay. I see that. That could be cool. For a moment, I don't know how to reply. I guess it's kind of hard to imagine that sound, huh? Taiko and power metal. No, I think you can definitely do it. I've seen you in the drum set and the taiko, and you're amazing at both of them. And what's more, I can tell how much you enjoy playing. So I'd love to hear that fusion. She flashes a smile at me. I'll show it to you for sure. There's no reason we can't have the best of both worlds, right? Right. We are silent for a moment. She looks me up and down. By the way, what happened to your shoe? Right. The shoe that's covered in food. I look down and yes, of course. There are noodles tangled with my shoelaces, accompanied by mushrooms and some lovely brown sauce covering my sneakers. A few days later. Another unusual day of work at the office. Unusual or usual? I think it says usual. I can't read anymore. I'm dying. Except instead of everyone doing their thing quietly, the morning started with Chico giving a motivational speech. So that's the plan, guys. We've got a lot to work forward to at the huge game festival. I know the schedule is tight, but we're all in this together. Let's watch each other's backs just like our heroes in Healing Quest do, and defeat the final boss. Except the final boss is bugged. Everyone in the office stares at Chico awkwardly. Are we supposed to defeat you? No, I mean not the actual boss, the metaphorical one. Ah, I see. Then what does the final boss stand for? The hardships, the deadline, I think. You guys get it. It's the final stretch, so let's keep it up, and if anything comes up, let me know. Most of the team chuckles good-naturedly at Chico's attempt at motivational speech and gives some affirmative responses. Everyone gets back to their seat and quickly starts typing or drawing. The rhythmic clicking sound makes a comfortable background noise, like the whole room is absorbed in a discreet percussive performance. Augusto is grinning at me. I realize I've been bobbing my head back and forth at the pace of a song playing only in my mind and smiling unexpectedly at my screen. I awkwardly fix my posture. Someone's in a good mood. I guess I am. The Taiga performance I got to experience in the weekend really left an impression on me. The way every member of the group seemed to be connected, the unity in their sound. That's ideal teamwork. You could say that. I hope our team can do something like that as well. I tried to focus on my screen, which has Healing Quest running, and noticed something seems to be missing from the hero's movement. I'll be right back. I gotta check on something with the art team. I get up and make my way towards Kawa's desk. Morning. Hey, good morning. Anna and Beto also look up from their tablets to greet me quickly. Sorry to interrupt, I just saw the new Queen Slime idol animation. It's looking great. Ah, thank you. Anna had some pretty good input on the colors. Awesome. My gaze fell upon Kawa's desk, decorated with a few figurines and an open notebook filled with sketches. Oh. Sorry, my desk was a bit messy. He began standing up despite it being in a way better state than my own. That's not it. I was just thinking you've really settled in. Ah, yeah, everyone's been really welcoming. It's like I've been part of the team since forever. It does feel that way. Curious to see what his creative process is like, I lean over to get a better look at his sketchbook. What are you working on, by the way? Those are just doodles, so... Kawa uncharacteristically flails a bit and flips the notebook closed. It seems pretty cool, though. Having someone see my unfinished drafts is a bit tough. The usual open Kawa being bashful is kind of endearing. Anna suddenly pops up from behind her screen. Kawa is really fussy about his whips. He'll show us a fully rendered picture and say, sorry, it's so rough. It's because my first drafts are a real mess. I can barely make sense of them myself. I understand, Kawa. Showing someone your sketchbook is like bearing your heart. The way she says that with such a straightforward face makes me hold back a chuckle. That's right, so, but Kawa has a pure heart, so I wish he'd let us see it. I see. We're not yet worthy. That's not it. It's just embarrassing. Just when I was starting to get the hang of this teasing thing, I'm so often subject to a rare voice pipes up. Kawa, ask Wén about that thing. Kawa is suddenly back in business mode, the blushing quickly fading from his cheek. We wanted to confirm something about the hero's combo. Oh yeah? In fact, I wanted to check on that. The animation is done, but I don't think it's been implemented yet. Huh, really? I'm pretty sure that should be in the game by now. I'll go check. Excusing myself, I head back towards my desk and quickly scroll through task lists. It seems like Bia was in charge of this one. She's always fast with her deliveries, so this is unusual. I'll go check on her. I make my way towards her workspace and stand beside her desk, but she seems unaware of my presence. Hesitantly, I pat her on the shoulder. Hey, B. Oh. I jump back, just as surprised as she was. Sorry, I didn't sense your presence at all. I guess I'm a bit on edge today. My bad, I thought I should have tried calling you. We both take a few moments to calm down as Augusto chuckles at our mutual scare. Any updates on the hero's combos? Enjoy your lunch! Her gaze turns a bit more intense. Looking closely, I notice dark circles around her eyes. It's a little late, I'm sorry. What happened? You see, for the combo, I got the process to user's input, right? So I have to run the game on my own phone. Yeah, sorry about that. Chico mentioned we didn't have the budget for any extra smartphones for testing. No, I get it. The thing is, my phone has sort of been going off a lot. She looks away, gesturing towards her phone, which keeps buzzing with incoming calls even as Healing Quest runs. Calls? Is it him? Yeah, I tried putting it on Do Not Disturb mode, but for some reason calls through the messaging app still come through. Yes, that does happen. That's not ideal. Oh, how about using airplane mode and turning off the Wi-Fi? That would stop incoming calls, but I still need internet to run Healing Quest. Oh, duh, you're right. Well, in that case... So... In this situation, she's at work. So, he needs to take several steps back, right? So I don't think I would recommend her talking to him. I have an idea if the problem is your phone. I got it. Oh? If you're okay with just getting away from the calls, you can use my phone to run the game. Is that okay? Don't you need it? It's fine. I assure you that not as many messages are gonna pop up. I take the device out of my pocket, unlock the screen, and offer it to her. Just in case the password is, I signal her a sequence of numbers using my fingers. Bea accepts the phone and looks wide-eyed at me for a moment before breaking into a small smile. You sure do trust me? Yeah, I mean, why not? It's not like I have anything particularly scandalous to hide. Bea also trusted me with her phone the other day. I wouldn't expect her to go rummaging through my files unnecessarily. Thanks, Ren. What's this now? We're looking through Ren's phone? I want in. And get out of here. No. Bea chuckles. Don't worry, I'll keep it out of his reach. And if you don't mind, could you take care of that for me then? Bea points at her own phone sitting at the desk. Of course, deal. By the way, if you ever get stuck like this, let me know, okay? For some reason, the invisible sound of the taiko jumps seemed to grow louder in my head. Technical stuff or otherwise, we're a team, so let's support each other however we can. Kawa's foggy glasses and the smell of chamomile flash into my eyes. I know, we can have some tea. It's calming. Yeah? Are you guys having a touching teamwork moment? Don't leave me out. Oh my god, this fucking guy. Augusto skips towards us, wraps his arm around our shoulders, and tries to pull us into a group hug. Programmers. Oh, programmers. You can count on me for everything. Jeez, alright, I get it. Bea can't help but laugh at the exaggerated display of affection. I feel like I can get some work done now. Let's have tea during coffee break. Augusto slowly releases us. Let me know if there's any bugs. Yeah, me too. We'll fix it together. Alright, let's do it. Thanks for the trust, Ren. Help programmer Bea handle her jealous boyfriend. Oh. I nod and head on to my next task. Wait, am I just like keeping guard of her phone again or what? I'm keeping the phone away from her, I guess. The subway doors closed behind me by a thread. Phew, made it. It's well past rush hour, so the train is not too crowded. I managed to find an empty seat and settle down. I hug my backpack and lean against the window. I keep thinking about what's been happening to Bea these last couple of weeks. Although for once, I seem to have made a good choice. After I handed Bea my phone that day, she seems to be in high spirits and finished the task surprisingly fast. I guess in that moment, what she needed most was someone's trust, in her and in her work. And somehow I gave her just that. I don't know how things are with her boyfriend. As per her wishes, I keep her phone turned off while acting as its guardian. But I suppose setting boundaries like this is a good thing. A lesson in teamwork, I guess. If I had this knowledge a few years ago, crew projects in school wouldn't have been such a struggle. That really wasn't my strong suit back then. Anyway, I'm so tired I could probably fall asleep despite the shaking of the train. Give in and take a nap, fight it and stay awake. I would probably fall asleep. It's no use. I let out a huge yawn and let my heavy eyelids fall closed. Next stop, Saude. Exit through the door on the left. My eyes start open. I gather myself, double checking if my phone is still safe in my pocket, and scramble out the train. Yay! I got the first ones! It was just a short 15-minute nap, but I feel positively refreshed. As I stride through the station, I ponder. Though I'm always feeling tired lately, and the Bea thing worries me. Somehow, there seems to be lots of little moments that keep me fueled. It's been a while since I felt this hopeful. I am leading a hopeful life. Let's go. Feeling refreshed after a good shower and a reasonably filling meal, my thoughts start taking a clearer shape. Sometimes, when we see a couple fighting, it's kind of hard to imagine they actually get along the rest of the time. What I mean is, part of me thinks Bea deserves better. but that's because all I get to see was one of their bad sides. And if there's one thing I know, is that a relationship that can be summed up as either good or bad is definitely on the rare side of things. My relationship with Nina may have left a bad aftertaste, but it does not mean that it was bad. Not always, and not completely. Sometimes I forget how it all felt, but maybe it's okay to treasure some memories after all. Like the afternoon in another June, 10 years ago. 10 years ago. My lord. June was nearing its end, but winter vacation still seemed far away. Before finals, we still had to face the hurdle of the the book project, which was proving to be more challenging than I initially thought. Not only was the book wordy as hell, my brain was in a whirlwind since the Festa Junina. So, did you manage to finish reading? Almost. I'm close to the end. What happens in the chapter I read last night again? Ventillo's jealousy of Carpito's alleged betrayal were far from my mind then. What kept popping it up was the hot pink heart-shaped card I had received. It had to have been from Nina. The only alternative would be a prank, but I suspect I'm too low profile in school to warrant those sort of hijinks. Either way, the one letter opened a whole world before me. Nina, a cute, gentle girl, was interested in me. Enough to write that message despite being incredibly shy. Somehow that made her even more adorable. I had laid in bed for longer than I would care to admit, my copy of Dom Casmurro tossed aside in favor of staring at the ceiling, imagining the possible outcomes of the situation. My heart thumped in my chest. How would I face her tomorrow? Yeah, so about Escobar's funeral. Escobar's what? Oh my god, sorry, I spoiled it. Well, it is a book from 1899, which is I was supposed to have finished reading already, so I can hardly blame her. I really wasn't paying attention to a single word I read yesterday. Come to think of it, I vaguely remember something about him going for a swim or something. I guess he drowned. Too bad, he seemed like an alright guy. I think I did get to that part where he dies. Sorry, I guess I was spacing out. Thinking about you. Am I the only one who's super nervous right now? I tried to examine Nina's expression. As usual, her gaze is fixated downwards, her bangs falling over her eyes. Her hands fiddle with the hem of her sweater or the pages of her notebook. I can't really tell from her usual mannerism whether she's more nervous than usual or not. That's okay. We still have some time until the project is due. And most of it we can still do even without knowing the end of the story. Right, we just gotta think what would we do in Benito's shoes. I have no idea though. I can relate to the grumpy side of him, but other than that, what do you think? Me? I think it's kind of suspicious. Oh? Nina brings her hand to her chin and tilts her head to the side. Well, there was that scene in which Benito went to the theater alone and ran into Escobar at his house when he came back early. His excuse to be there didn't really make a lot of sense, and Capito kind of lied about being sick. When you put it like that, it does sound kind of suspicious. Sorry, these subtleties tend to fly by me. But the biggest thing is Ezekiel, I think. The way he looks so much like Escobar is proof that Benito is so obsessed with Escobar that he is projecting his own attraction to his childhood friend onto his loyal wife. What? Come on, you didn't notice it? Benito is totally in love with Escobar. Barb, the librarians are gonna get mad at us. Etsuko? If librarians are about to censor me for speaking the truth, then it's over for Brazilian literature. Hi Ren. Hi Nina. Sorry for barging in. I knew we'd find you here. Hi. Nina greets my friends in a small voice and shrinks into her chair. As expected of you, Barbara, putting your yaoi goggles on for a lit project. There's no need to put on any goggles. It's all there in the text. How they hug back in the seminar, much to the priest's dismay. How Benito feels up Escobar's arm muscles. Oh my god. I've not read this book. Esco Benito is canon. I rest my case. I'd raise an objection, but to be honest, I didn't read deeply enough to argue. I'm excited to see how that presentation is going to turn out. Too bad I'm in a different class. Are you guys here to work on the lit project as well? Nope, we actually came to escort you. It's Blast Bros Friday. You know, would you like to come too? Barbara's house is pretty close by. We're just gonna walk there. I'm not very good at those. It's super easy. I'll teach you how to be Ren's ass. Hey, that's rich coming from My comeback is interrupted by Nina pinching at the fabric of my sleeve. She seems awfully uncomfortable with Barbara and Etsuko's sudden appearance and clearly not very excited about playing video games with them. In a soft voice, she whispers, "Can we talk?" My eyes widen and butterflies make a flurry in my stomach. Maybe this is it. Okay. You guys go ahead without me today. We're gonna focus on the project. Alright, join us when you're done. And heed my hot take. Esco Benito is real. My alternative universe fanfic is gonna blow your minds. Oh my god. Got it. With that, Etsuko waves goodbye and drags Barbara outside with her. Then, silence fills the library. I'm not sure how to proceed, and I'm a little hesitant to face Nina. I'm about to reach for my book and pretend to skim through it for important information when I realize she still got a hold of my sleeve. Finally, I turn towards her. So... It's about the festive Janina. My heart skips a beat. You've probably already realized this, but the letter you got from the Cupid, I was the one that wrote it. I suck my breath and my eyes widen. Oh my god, it's happening. Keep calm. Oh my god. Freaking keep calm. Well, it mentioned the lit project, so I figured. I managed to say, blinking rapidly and averting my eyes in nervousness. Although I had imagined the scene hundreds of times in the past few days, now that it's finally happening in real life, I can't remember any line I pictured myself saying. Ah, all that practice for nothing. But suddenly, I feel her gaze on me for the first time, and I have to look back at her. Her brow is furrowed, and she's biting her lips, struggling to find what words to say next. It made me really happy, reading a message from you. I finally blurted out. Her expression immediately softens with relief. Really? Yeah, I really like spending time with you too. Her face quivers ever so slightly. No, not just that. What I mean is I like you too. The corners of Nina's mouth form a smile I had never seen before. Come to think of it, maybe she's never bared her teeth openly in front of me. The view doesn't last too long, as Nina soon looks away again, but she's still smiling. I realize this is the longest we've ever held eye contact so far. Really? So what do we do now? I've never dated anyone. I mean, not that we have to date. I mean, if you... She seems to be shrinking again. I've never dated anyone either. I guess the next step is we date and figure out what that is together. I'm sort of amazed at myself for being able to say it without stammering. Nina looks up at me again, face beaming red. Okay. We sit there in silence for a few moments. How are we supposed to get back to work with this sort of atmosphere? Alright. Cool. I finally say, clapping my copy of Dom Casamuro shut. How about we leave Benito and Capito aside for today and go have some ice cream? Yes. I know a place nearby that I always go to with Etsuko and Barbara, but she doesn't need to know that. It's got a great... Ah! Oh! So there's an ice cream flavor of this too. That sounds great. Nina also starts packing her stuff, and in a few minutes, we are out of the cultural center and joyfully making our way down the street towards the ice cream shop. My heart was full of childish excitement. Back then, I had no idea what path this relationship would take. And even now, the fact that some good memories still linger only makes it more confusing. What did it even all mean? What did I do all that for? Finish the second chapter. Hey yo! That is the end of the second chapter. Collision course. Oh, is this where my two worlds collide? My work life and my friend life?